Hello, we're in.
Ren.
Hi. I'm Seti, your friendly neighborhood bard. This is episode 106. Wow. And last time on 105, it was hard fought. It was very stressful, but the High Realm Academy won Boxbreaker against Black Staff, and we got a black staff as a prize. Go figure. And Cleary also won his match against Feywild's teachings and got a bag of something. We are assuming drugs because that's how Feywild tends to roll, but who knows? And I took Cleary to see the prism at that Enveruna had put forward at the fairgrounds, but we don't really have any more thoughts on that thing. Maybe just don't touch it. Who knows? It seems ominous. We had a fairgrounds day, went around and got some food and shit, and found that there's a haunted house that Sorcery put out, and it apparently has some kind of secret in it. So we went through once, didn't see anything, decided to go back through again, but not get in the boat that takes you through the ride this time. And when we didn't get in the boat, I found like a little passageway behind the waterfall that like collapsed as part of the thing, and there was like a big pool down there and some writing about a serpent down in the Underdark. And then when we went back up, the boat was like, hey, you didn't get in me, and like attacked us or started charging at us while it screamed. So that's
Yes,
where
so
we
as
left
you
off.
all start walking down the wetted pathway, about a foot deep of water that you would have been initially going down as a sort of little ride that you would see, that a sort of macabre version of one of those little world rides. It's a small world rides where there's all these different things happening around you, but they're spooky. And so you begin walking down it when suddenly the boat begins sprouting appendages, arms, legs, and big teeth as this goes and begins chasing you down the hallway. What would you guys like to do?
Um,
I feel like
I
we'd
don't
probably
think
get in
I'm
trouble if we
there.
killed it.
Who's all there?
I thought we were all
That's a
there.
good question.
All of
I
us.
thought all of you were there. Yeah, but
And-
I don't.
and Cleary. And then I also like last time, but after we finished, I was like, hey, we wouldn't have left Celeste out. Like if she was, on our team and we were like, hey, you want to hang around the fairgrounds with us? She would have gotten an invite too. So like,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
for sure. I think she's not as interested in this particular one because she's checking out some other stuff. But she'll meet up with you guys later for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with this boat.
Well,
I don't remember if I went through the second time.
are you just like, I'm out, bye?
Like,
It's
I'll wait
entirely up to
here.
you guys.
I guess Grim will toss his boat in the water and say, a
Well,
bullet.
hang on. It's probably just part of the thing. Like, they're not supposed to touch us and we're not supposed to
You only
smack
beat a
them.
boat with another boat. Just like tosses his folding boat out. It's like bullet, and it turns into like it's like a little 10-foot version or whatever.
Yeah. So it's about the same size as the other boat. What do you guys do? So he throws another boat out. This thing is now climbing up the wall and is moving upside down. It's hanging from the ceiling, and the entire like top side of the boat has now grown teeth and is coming down and is trying to bite you from above. Is anybody doing anything or?
I'm just going to assume this is part of the attraction, but I do have my hand on my sword and like my shield up just in case.
And it doesn't react to my boat at all, right?
Well, that's why I'm questioning. Are you guys just sitting there? He throws a boat out, and you guys are just like squatting? Are you just standing there and hoping it doesn't bite you? What are your actions?
I'm taking a defensive stance.
Okay, you're taking a defensive stance. What about everybody else?
I'm playing Pokemon with boats, so.
So you throw a boat out, and this thing
I choose you, Bodhi Chew.
comes up from on top of you and acts like it's about to bite you. Everybody else, I assume, just freezes, and you see the boat looks at the other boat.
I don't think I'm in there this time.
You don't think you're in there? Okay. So the boat comes down from above, and it sees the other boat, and then suddenly its mouth goes, "Ah." Ooh. And you see like little eyes pop up and just like kind of bubbles, and it goes, "Ooh." And it looks at the other boat, and it crawls around and it gets in front of the other boat, and you see the boat just goes, woohoo. Just like starts having a conversation with the other boat.
Does anybody speak boat?
Does universal speech work on boats?
Does it work on boats? Only
Only
Oren was here.
the boat is sitting there having a conversation, just like, man, people be sitting in me all the time, but nobody asks how boats doing. You know, it's just like this kind of like boat chill sort of thing. You guys, it's moved on. You guys are standing there, like, you know, knee deep in water. What do you?
Is it still talking to my boat?
Yeah, it's tongue in your boat.
I guess I'll just like quietly like kind of pull the boat along then as we go.
Yeah.
I don't lose it, but I can
It was
see that it's still keeping him distracted.
Okay.
It's like I don't want to lose my boat. That's a cool
So
item.
So you start grabbing onto the boat, and the other boat goes. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw or check, your choice. I think let's make a dexterity check. Well, you'll both make a dexterity check to see who grabs the boat faster.
Well, I rolled a 7. So
That's okay. He rolled a natural 4,
Nice.
+1. So
slightly
you
more
grab the
dexterous than a
boat.
boat.
It grabs the boat and it tries to grab the boat and begins trying to drag it down the way, but it like you rip it from its grasp and it like slams its little wooden fist into the water and it starts splashing for a second, and then you just see as it screams and just like runs. It doesn't even touch the water. It just like starts spinning down the hallways like corkscrew style.
Oh, you upset it.
I mean,
And then
I don't have to
disappears
bring
in
the
the
boat
distance.
with me. It's just gone now. He just ran away.
It's just gone.
He's just mad. Okay, well then Grim will say shiitake and make it fold back up.
All right,
The
so you
hall-
guys are back in the hallway. The boat is gone.
All right.
You do
so...
still hear the sounds of it like slamming into shit down the hall, like or down the tunnel, just like kind of like. Doop, doop, doop.
Kind of feel bad for the guy. He's a really sad boat. Didn't mean to take his girlfriend.
He never met another boat before.
All
All right. So I guess we'll keep checking out
You
the
guys are
nooks
like
and
15
crannies.
feet. You guys are like 15 feet into this.
Yeah, we've got the it's
into
a
the
long
ride.
it's a way to go, but we wanted
So other
to
people like just show up behind you, and they're like, "Oh, hey, is it our turn to?"
We'll be like, you go ahead. We're fine. We got this.
but so as we go through the second time, we want to check all of the nooks and crannies, any like more events happening that could be like,
Alright.
investigated.
So
And
you guys are
also
walking
you
instead
said-
of riding.
yes, and you also said like the interior wall was kind of like people were coming out of it. That's where like maybe on the other side of that wall is like the staging
left
area.
wall, you guys are kind of turning and drifting leftwise in a sort of U shape. I mean, it's a little bit more winding than that, but the left wall, as you were turning amidst the left wall was always solid. There were no crevices in it. Like it was just a dark wall, and you guys were basically looking just to the right as you were turning left around something. You know what I'm saying?
The interior is solid, as far as I can tell.
Well, or rather, she saw the interior when she went in as a gaseous
cloud.
form.
Oh, as a
Right.
spooky.
And you guys are moving around the secret chamber that you've already witnessed.
Can we like the other wall, like feel along it, and if there's any like gaps like people are coming out of, I want to try to like peer inside
on the right side or the left side?
on the inner side of the U.
The inner side. So the side that I said before that was blank. There nothing was
Yeah.
coming out. You're just looking for gaps or. Okay, so as you guys begin going to the hallway, you pass by the ghost zone. The ghost starts screaming at you and like moving around randomly and frantically and frightening you as much as possible. You get to the groper tentacle section and you guys are just ducking and things are trying to grab you, but they don't actually touch you no matter what you do. And then you witness your first from the outside something heading in, but you're feeling on the left wall. Make me an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh, 20.
20. as you begin working down this first section where the ghosts are, you do feel some grooves on the wall. It's really dark here, so you can't quite see it. Do you have night vision?
I turn on my headlight.
Okay, so you turn on a flashlight, and the second you do, it says there's this little engraving on the wall that says you turned on your flashlight.
Oh, well, hey, it said no light spells. That's not light, I don't think. I turn it off.
So no, as you see the groove, like you see it, like is that you're just turning it off as you see like the first groove that you felt along that wall, and you see that it says that, and you're just turning it off.
Well, yeah, but I do have. Well, hang on a sec. Let me check. I do have dark vision, if that helps.
You do have dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make me a perception check.
Oh, 25.
Okay, cool. So as you look at this same placard without the light on, but begin looking and peering and clearing your vision back up, adjusting to the darkness again, you see it almost like as if it's glowing. It just becomes something that you can read. But I don't know. Do you speak Undercommon?
I can do what's the ability?
Grim speaks Undercommon.
Oh.
Does Grim have dark vision?
No, but if she tells him it's there, I can try and get close. I
You
guess
guys can work together. I'll say this: why don't you guys, one of you, make me an intelligence check with advantage, and you'll use that to decipher the text.
What's your intelligence? Mine's only at 14.
Me too. Who's feeling lucky? I'll do it, I guess.
Mitnir steps in. No.
You got this, Mitnir.
Guidance.
It's well, okay. Oh, it's a 16.
There you go. That's better than a 12.
Just always assume that
okay.
Roxy's touching your butt supportively.
Okay, so as you guys see this, it almost begins to ruin, and you can see the section where it says you turned on your light, didn't you? But without that, you see that something else comes into your vision, and it says, "Those who dwell in the dark bear witness." And then as you look at this, and as you read it, and as those words enter your mind, you see etchings appear all down the hallway, and all of you can see them beginning to glow. So you can see that there are these glyphs of pictures and like depictions that look like engravings all along the left wall throughout the tunnel.
Well, okay.
Let's
Look at
read
that.
it.
Let's read some more stuff.
I mean, yeah, so it's kind of like a little story going on your left side, but there's just like a depiction's like a history. So like first thing that you see is what looks like some sort of small, haggard humanoid creature hiding in like sort of in the fetal position in a ball. And then you see in the next section, it crawls out into the expanding tunnels. And as it's going into these expanding tunnels, you see this one creature split into many, and they fill the tunnels and go through. And you see like this sort of like ancient looking depictions of this happening. They begin moving and winding. As you guys are like making your way through here, there's like a groper like touching like the top of like just brushing the top of your head, going ooh, ooh, just like blowing your hair slightly, just getting close enough where it's not quite touching you, but trying to like spook you out and stuff. You feel like a little drip down the back of your neck. And it's like, stop, as you're trying to read.
Got one ride at Disney.
And you see as they begin heading into these tunnels, some of them seem to form great cities or clusters. But then something strange started to arrive. People would go missing, and they'd come back strange and deformed monsters. And so when you hit this hits the bend, and right as you see this part with strange and deformed monsters, you see this tentacled creature that you had seen before come screaming out from the side. And I do need you guys all, anybody who is susceptible to fear, make me a wisdom saving throw. Because you just read about it, and then this monster tentacle creature just pops straight out of the wall.
Wisdom?
Grim is immune, so.
Oh, natural 20.
Okay, so the spooky things happen, and both Grim and Seti are just a little startled, but you're
Give it a high five.
a little bit
Hey,
spooked,
good one.
but it just like surprises you enough where your fists clench. Mitnir, you don't like lose your faculties. You're still in control. Bropsy, are you in there with them? Or no?
Is.
Yeah, she guidanced earlier. She's touching City.
Oh, yeah, she is. Okay, you also, if you can, make... Or I can roll for you.
I'm waiting outside eating funnel cake.
I think I can roll it every day. Why would you
Instead, who
torment
asked Oren to
cake?
hold her funnel cake.
Yeah, Grim will
Nobody's
definitely
allowed
need
to talk about funnel cake. That's me.
Okay, I can roll for Bropsy if you need to, or did you roll for her already? Or...
Oh,
Hers is probably
Yeah.
the same as mine. It's probably a plus 11, right? Or either plus 10 or plus 11.
what is it? A wisdom save?
Oh, yeah, hers has got to be really high.
Yeah, I mean, I could roll it. We're probably the same.
It's a wisdom save?
Yeah.
17.
17. So you all get kind of like startled, but nobody's afraid. But this moment, like this was significantly spookier because you were just reading about it, and you remember that this jump scare happened, but with context, it felt like just so much more visceral and real. So that's when you hit the first turn, and then you see it begins retracting like back into its hallway. What would you guys like to do? In theory, you could follow it down its hallway, or you could continue going with when I say hallway, I mean tunnel, because this is all hewn rock, caves, stuff like that. Or you could continue following the water ride section and continue reading the glyphs down the wall. Who knows?
So the water ride section it's got all the glyphs and stuff. And
Well, when you hit the corner and you look, you don't see any glyphs currently. This has hit the section of the wall where you've seen where people started becoming monsters. There's no continued obvious direction where glyphs are.
well, then
I say
yeah,
we follow the tentacles.
yeah, I want to, just right down that tunnel.
Okay,
For
so
sure.
you guys head down the tunnel. 5 feet, 10 feet. As you do, you feel like the darkness becomes palpable. You can't even make out the slightest bit of what's in front of you. You can't see the rocks, but you can feel like the slippery wetness on the sides. And as you guys step a few more feet in, you can't even see your own hand in front of your face. And then you feel... And as you guys continue moving, shifting down this sort of thinning hallway, you begin to feel the walls that are slick, wet, damp walls begin to feel too smooth and begin to be shifting and moving under your fingers. Does anybody have anything they want to do, or do you want to continue pressing forward?
Why not?
Poke the wall, like pinch the wall.
I don't like
Now that
it.
Grim's immune to being frightened, I guess there's no reason to.
Grim, you go first.
He'll be totally foolhardy. There's no. Why does he get to be scared? You know, he's made of mushrooms.
Okay, so you're just gonna
I
keep
just kind
pushing
of feel
forward.
around. I'll use like my tentacles to make sure like I'm like covering all the bases and like feeling my way through.
You can feel that this tunnel, which when you first initially entered it, felt like it was about 10 foot tall, about like 6 to 8 feet wide, has narrowed down to only about 8 feet tall and about 4.5, 5 feet wide.
Well, that's really easy then.
So you're just like kind of feeling around, and you're feeling that it doesn't feel like rock at all anymore. It feels wet, and it seems to like undulate slightly, as if it's like pulsing you downwards and continuously into the tunnel.
I'm gonna make a nature check. I rolled a natural one.
Natural one.
Wanted to see if we were being swallowed.
Yeah, is
You've
the
been into
floor
s-
squishy?
Yeah, I don't
make me a
like
perception
this
check.
anymore.
Who's perception check?
That's a 15.
15. Oh boy, it sure does. Underneath the water, it feels a bit sticky and almost feels like it's burning a little. And a bit squishy underfoot.
Hey guys.
I didn't see any teeth.
I don't see anything. It seems perfectly fine to me.
Is Cleary with you, guys? Is that what you said?
He-
Cleary's like, And you could sort of like feel him like shaking in the air, like it feels like it's vibrating.
We're
And
all
then
just holding
you
hands, like
see,
in a
you see
chain.
he snaps, and there's just this second where light lights up, and you guys see that there's this tunnel of flesh all surrounding you, just
Well-
vibrating down into the tunnel. And you look around you, and it's just.
Okay.
I know exactly what to picture now.
Shall we leave? He
That-
said he's
okay,
already
if you
backing
say
up.
so.
Seti, as you begin to back up, you see the walls squeezing tighter and tighter behind you, pressing you further.
Rude.
Gonna have to go out the butt.
Assuming we find one.
You turn and look, and you see they begin closing. It's about 10, 20 feet behind you. You see they begin closing. And the second that you witness it, it seems to go and start speeding up as they begin closing behind you. What would you guys like to do?
I mean, I
Rip.
guess we probably won't get eaten, right? We probably shouldn't get eaten.
I mean, I can dimension door one person out with me.
Pretty sure it's a place you can see, right?
No, I don't have to be able to see it. I just have to be able to envision it.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, are you guys?
But-
But are you guys gonna like run from the wall behind you, or are you gonna?
Well, what? Hang on, Grim can make gaseous clouds.
Oh no, they could, but that would hurt it, and we might get in a lot of trouble. Oh, you mean us into gaseous?
Yeah,
clouds.
turn all of us into clouds.
I thought you meant spores. I thought you meant use my gas spores. That would be a bad idea.
No, that would be bad.
They'll
Yeah.
kill everybody in the room.
Everyone dies except for Grim. Don't want that. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I can only turn. It takes, it's going to take me around every time to turn somebody into gas. But
Does Cleary have the light spell or whatever? Can he put light on something?
You guys have the light spell on your headband.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
you
yeah,
all-
we all
right,
have
yeah.
lights.
Yeah.
I think those are all coming on now.
All right. So
Yeah.
you look around, and there's this like sort of like this crazy moving, undulating tunnel. And yeah, what you posted, the Naruto thing, similar but much more dark and much more
yeah,
like.
spookier.
The walls behind you have like the way back is completely closed in and is.
I mean, if we
Then-
have a minute, I could make a teleportation circle.
I mean,
Forward, let's go.
we can always see what's in there. That's always a
All
possibility.
right, here we go.
I mean, if he's gonna close his mouth, we may as well check it out and make him. Well, we'll tickle him somewhere, make him open up.
At
All
least
right, so
get
you guys
the
are
prize.
continuing down.
I guess so.
All right, so you guys begin running down this hallway as it seems to like sort of tighten behind you, just as it just like thumps and clumps and like squeezes and closes together, and you can see that like there's like bones on the ground in certain sections where you see that they're like half dissolved bones.
What the hell do they like? It was a tentacle that came out, right?
It
So
was
it's
like this tentacled creature with big jaws that came out.
so this is like a bigger creature that had that in its mouth.
You don't know.
It's like the
You entered
xenomorph.
like a section
Yeah.
of like a bunch of darkness, and then suddenly the walls are made of flesh.
Maybe
You
that
can
When
do
it
creature
it
talks,
was
to
forward.
be
its
like, it's
tongue.
okay, buddy. We're not going to hurt you.
You
Please
guys
don't
continue
eat us.
moving forward, running. As this thing, you see Grim's just like whispering to the walls as you guys are running, and you begin huff, and then suddenly, with all the lights hitting ahead, you see the flesh begin to like move very strangely, get jittery as you continue running forward, and then suddenly begins moving in an incredibly strange way. Your feet feel like you're standing on liquid for a moment, and then suddenly you feel chill as you begin like floating through space for a moment, and then you come to your feet and you look and you see that there's this glowing glyph in front of you, this depiction. And you're standing in an area, you look behind you and you see stars flickering and lights cascading in weird, strange ways, lightning silently striking against stars, and the stars exploding into supernovas all around you in the background, in a strange, weird form of chaos that just moves so methodically it's almost like a chain reaction of chemicals.
Cleary, did you open that bag?
What?
Did you open the bag?
No, I didn't open a bag. What bag?
Everybody's seeing this.
All right, so you look ahead of you, and then there's the glyph on the wall, and it's got depictions again. So somebody give me a perception check.
All right.
Or insight check. Do me an insight check to see how well you
Ooh.
understand the depiction.
My insight's not great. I can try. Oh, are you proficient in insight?
18.
18. So with an 18, you get the gist of it. It seems to be a continuation of the story where you left off, where some went looking for those that went missing, wondering why they'd been taken by these strange creatures, these weird, deformed entities. And then you saw that they fell through these portals. Like there's continued chain into these portals that would take them to another place, somewhere far away. And there you see like a depiction of a person growing, changing, stretching, tentacles pouring out of their mouths and coming back, and something large looming in the dark. And you hear this large looming in the dark, and you hear, and there's just like this red cloud of just undulating, nebulous evil pushing in from the clouds, or from the space surrounding you.
I'll make a religion check. See if I recognize it. It's a 21.
I mean, even with a 21, it's something, but it's vague. The thing it reminds you most of is what you guys ran into in the Cauldron of Life.
The black goat.
Well, the red mist specifically that was preceding.
And the tentacles, all that stuff. Like,
oh yeah, this is like some sort of weird aberration nonsense.
It's really good that we didn't bring Orin, because
you look behind you and you see that there is now a tunnel going to the left and to the right, and the space after this thing like pulls up on you, big mouth, giant eyes begin forming in the mist. Everybody make me a wisdom saving throw for fear.
For fear, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm still fine.
12.
Yikes, I'm gonna re-roll that.
City, you were frightened. Like,
I'm just
it feels
clinging.
like it's closing around you.
I've got Bropsy on one arm and Cleary on the other, and I'm
Cleary's on the other side going, oh, fuck!
It's okay, Cleary. It's okay.
He says, I've got you.
I've got you too.
I've got my sword in one hand and my knife dagger thing in the other right now.
He's just like holding them. He's just hugging them. They're kind of like cutting into your chest a little bit. There's a little bit of blood just kind of trickling out of his chest for how hard he's gripping his sword. As you guys begin shifting, he's like, let's go. He continues going down the hallway a bit further.
Yep.
All right. As you make your way around.
Is there any... How's that mouth looking?
Checking what out? Back where you came from?
No, like you said, it opened its mouth, and that's why everybody got scared. Right?
Oh yeah, everybody got scared. When you come to, like, you realize that you're back in a tunnel.
Well,
like,
Grimm's not scared though. What happened to Grimm?
Well, yeah. So like the big cinematic event happens, and then it closes, and then like the mouth comes and closes around you, and then it's just poof, it's an illusion. And so the walls just like reform behind you, and you realize that you're just in a sort of underground cavern like tunnel that leads to this glyph that's carved into the wall. It's not glowing anymore. It doesn't look like it's hanging out in space. It's just hewn into the wall, and you can see like little spell runes where this programmed illusion is began at.
That's fun. Aren't you guys glad we didn't stay in the boat?
There's still a way forward though, and as you go the way forward, what would you guys like to do? I mean, yeah,
keep going. See what other trippy stuff we can find. This is far more interesting than the boat ride. This is great, guys.
As you head down this hallway, it's strange. Like you can see where there's like sort of light, and you actually see as you pass by, like another like guy dressed up in an outfit, just like smoking a cigarette. And he's just like, as you guys walk by, and you see there's like a pile
Hello, good to see you.
of like corn and sausages and stuff like that. That things that are just like covered in meat. And you see this was the cannibal. But you guys are like looking from the back of where he's supposed to be sitting eating the corpses. So you see him in a little alcove, but it looks like you're behind all of that. You could continue. You could go back in where the performers are, or you could go and continue past them to where like the bend of the water continues on.
I guess keep going, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys head back to the waterway. You see like a boat actually comes by, and they're like, and they're all still scared. And then as they pass, you guys have space to like get back in the water. And...
As they're passing, I minor illusion and make a wave crash through them, but the wave is like foaming red blood.
Yeah, so you hear some screams. You're like, that wasn't there last time. It's changing. It's evolving.
And the wave follows them. Whoa!
Yeah.
Like a mouth opens in the water.
You hear another guy like, the special effects are kind of lacking.
There's
Oh,
always
that
one.
guy.
Always one of those, eh?
Yeah.
That's their grin.
So as you guys get back into the waterway, you can see the path that you would have originally taken with all the performers, and then you can see like the way going forward where it really picks up speed. Where you remember like picked up speed a whole lot, and you saw like a whole bunch of jump scares at once for the end.
All right.
But there was nothing else back there in that tunnel. It was just either like the backstage or
Yeah, like the backstage area where you could see that there were performers like just filling the tunnels and stuff. Like this first tunnel where you guys went through seemed to go through like a back section, and then there was like a smaller like inner alcove in the center that had connecting walls, so you could like go into it, or they could go back into this other section and service it. But it was like, this is the back door path.
But there's no more glyphs on the wall, right? On the past that bend.
Past the bend, you don't see any other glyphs on the wall. So if you guys start heading back down the waterway, you don't see any glyphs right now. You just see the waterway going down like a slide.
And I guess we could go back and see. I mean, do we feel like we've explored the? It could be pretty boring back there with all the spooky guys.
Yeah, I feel like the secondary haunting led us here, so this is where we start looking for the next piece.
Yeah, let's do that. There's more alcoves, right? I can't remember.
Well, let's look. I don't like it, by the way. It's a little too real. The things that we have seen. I don't love that.
No, don't worry. Well, remember, he said that it's not going to hurt us, so you don't have to worry about that.
Right, but
there's no
why
reason
is
to be
it?
scared. It's not scary.
Why is it reminding me of real big, bad, scary things? This is sorcery, not Enveruna. I hope.
Yeah. Maybe they just like spooky shit.
Right.
They made a haunted house. It's okay. You just follow Grim. You guys can hide behind me. It's okay.
Okay.
You just keep an eye out, because I'm not very good at looking for things.
So what are you guys doing? Is there anything specific you're looking out for as you continue down the way? What are you doing?
Just anything
Any
else?
glyphs or alcoves or anything that's...
Make me an investigation check.
I've got it.
Will assist.
With butt touch.
With
So I'm gonna say it from now on.
well,
This is
without
an efficacious butt touch.
without butt touch, it's 32. So
No butt touch
That's a bad
needed,
whistle.
but it happens anyway.
So you immediately and instinctively check the left wall, thinking as you go back down this way, you could see where there might be a few more alcoves where people will pop out and stuff. And you instinctively check the left wall, and you see, to those that dwell in the dark, the same words come up again.
Does Grim have to read it out loud in Undercommon or something for it to...
Well, she sees it and she recognizes what it means because it's the same text.
Okay.
With
I don't know if there was they
they
needed like a verbal activation or something.
As soon as it's properly read in your mind, it activates.
Okay.
already forgot what the text said, and that drives me nuts. So I
Those
don't
who
want to go
dwell
with
in the dark.
Those who know bear witness.
Yes, bear witness. Those who dwell in the dark bear witness. And as you think those words and it fills you, you see lights begin cascading on the ceiling.
Ooh.
As there's like this sort of like story above you. And at the beginning of it is the great cities collide with the strange abominations. And that's what you guys can see from where you are, but you'd have to go down the slide to proceed more.
Yeah, let's do it.
To proceed more. Are you guys gonna like go down full speed, or are you gonna try to find a way to do it slowly? How
We're
do you guys
gonna
want
try
to
and find a way to do it slowly for sure. What do we got? Are there grooves along the wall or anything, or is it like totally smooth?
It's kind of like it's a downward like moving slide section. Make me a nature check to see if you can find any squeezable paths.
26.
26. Actually, yeah, it does look like there is a way where you could sort of you have to cross through the water every now and again, but there are sections like banks on either side where the sediment sort of forms, where you can just move to one side or the other on the other way down and just sort of drop from one to the other. And you just have to cross the water here or there.
The spots where we have to cross the water, Grim will just make himself into like a tentacle bridge.
Yeah, it's a suspension
Like a
bridge.
tentacle rope bridge.
So you guys do this, and you begin making your way down. And I'm going to say that it just takes time. There's not going to be any check to do it. But there are moments where Grim is stretched out over a few of these banks, and individuals come underneath him in the boat. Grim, I want you to make a performance check to seem like you're part of the ride, and not just somebody who's gotten out and is fucking around.
It's gonna be so bad. It's a 2.
So yeah, there's some guys that are like, get back in your boat, and like just keep driving past you, like God.
Ooh.
It's like, yeah, real scary, bro.
Scary.
It's like, yeah, the quality's really gone down this year.
I want to do
All
another minor illusion as they pass, where it's the same guy. He just like pops up right next to him and goes, "Yeah, the quality's really gone down this year."
He goes, whoa, I'm involved. Now it's good.
It's so handsome.
But while he
All right,
says
so-
that, he starts bleeding from all of his eyes.
It's like, "Ah!" That freaks him out. So as you guys are making your way down this and begin seeing the depictions, you see that they called for help. Even within the darkness where they dwelled, this deep, dark place, these tunnels, this civilization, they called out in the darkness, and something answered. A great serpent.
Oh, you mentioned the serpent before, didn't you?
Yeah, okay, the serpent helped.
A great serpent that dwelled in the deep heard their call and arrived to help them. Drove the abominations away. And they worshipped it for a time as a god.
Does that sound familiar, Mitnir? You're kind of the serpent type person.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What was it?
They summoned, their calls brought a serpent, and then they worshipped it, and it protected them from the monsters.
Does
feel
it
like-
look familiar?
Make a history check.
Oh boy.
He
That's
was
a
like
whole
butt
8.
touch.
That's not gonna matter.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a big snake. It's either like it's like a serpent, a snake. I mean, it could be a dragon with no wings. Who knows? Who knows?
I got nothing. It's just a snaky reptile thing.
Yeah. It's a depiction. And these are really crude depictions too. They're like kind of like more archaic and less artistic.
Does Cleary know anything? That dude's like really, really old, right?
Yeah, so Cleary's like enjoying the ride mostly. Cleary didn't roll well actually. Cleary's like, oh, I mean, obviously it's some sort of servant, but very specifically, the way that the old style of art is done, it could represent a myriad of different things. I couldn't make an exact discerned decision on what they might need without very much time studying, which means we might have to go through again.
That doesn't sound so bad. Just cut the silver.
It's a much more enjoyable ride for people who don't dislike water. It was bad enough on the boat. not in the boat. It's
Sorry,
wet.
Cleary,
It's
I'm
dink.
sorry.
Do you want me to take out the boat? We can bring the boat with if you want
we
to
can
like
get back in the
No,
boat.
hide in the boat.
I am part of this adventure now. I'm here. I am intrigued.
Would you like to
but-
ride piggyback so you don't have to get wet?
He looks at you for a second, and he just says, "Yeah,
I did not know that Videlkin were water soluble. Or
He
whatever
said
he
he's
is.
a little small for that.
No, I'm in here.
Hey, wait, what?
Oh, no, I'm fine. In fact, I think we're probably by time about 3/4 of the way through the ride anyway. So
We'll be out soon. I feel like we're getting to the point of the story. The serpent saved them,
Good serpent. See, the serpent's a good guy. It's great.
Alright.
or at least
Art
was.
ate them.
And then
Let's find out.
you get to the next section, and something begins to growl and like breathe, and you hear like the sound of like something lurking in the dark, the sort of like dampness. And you remember this from the first pass through, like this something lurking deep in and just breathing. And you see more glyphs appear in that alcove as you look. And you said, "But something woke in the dark." It says in Undercommon.
Oh, here we go, guys.
Something
Something
else.
woke in the dark. This could be fun. Don't get scared this time.
All right, let's find out.
And you guys see the path continues back down, and this is like the final exit, where you guys remember seeing this massive tentacled monster that comes crashing down on you as you exit the ride.
Were
You
we
remember
exiting
this
or
part.
we that's where
That
it
was when
ends?
you were
There's no
exiting.
there's
That's
no
where you were
alcove or
exiting the
whatever?
ride. Well, you're looking down the way. Make me an
Oh,
investigation
okay.
check.
You just said something woke. We got to figure out what woke, guys. If you're gonna investigate, confirm sucks to investigate.
Yeah.
I could try.
That's
I rolled
it.
another 2.
28.
28. As you guys are exploring the little sort of banks where you can sort of stand, you do see that there is in fact a path where you can walk down that goes outside of the ride's area on the right.
Oh, let's go down there.
There we
That
go.
looks fun.
Path.
It's if you weren't climbing from the sides and you were in the ride, there would be no way to see it because the wall lines up so well. But because you're coming from the side, you sort of see this sort of very narrow section. You have to slip through, almost squeeze your body. Some of you are almost too thick, but you manage to make your way in. And as you do, the same familiar glow lights up, and you see the final glyph. You see this monstrous-looking creature in a pool of just muck where tentacles are climbing out, where bodies are falling in, being rained down from its hand into a pool of muck and rising up. And then the serpent arriving, fighting, chasing, gnashing with this ooze, tentacle, massive something. And you see that there was a wound. It continued fighting, and then make me an insight check to see the depictions of the rest.
This is gonna go poorly. Yeah. Oh, a natural 20 for 25.
You see that the serpent managed to drive it away by chasing it deep, deep, deep into the dark waters below, and was never seen or heard from again.
Sad. We got to go find this serpent, guys.
But it doesn't feel like a satisfying conclusion to the story. And yet, as you look forward, you just see the massive tentacle thing that drops its tentacles and raises them, and drops its tentacles and raises them. And then people are going out, so that's the end of the ride.
No, that can't be it. That can't be it.
Well,
That's a real letdown.
certainly not how I would tell a story, but if it's true, then there is no ending. That is, I mean, if you don't know, you don't know.
I'm gonna look around for more stuff, just in case. Grim's not very as good as Seti at looking for things, but I look
I mean, not
with the
hell.
26 perception.
26 perception. You don't see anything else. You seem like this is like where you guys are, unless you want to backtrack and go all the way back to the beginning again. You don't see anything else in this section. Like it's a downward ride to the end with a big splash of, so
We're just like sort of like along that in our little like
yeah,
that
you
we
guys
did.
are in a little alcove that went off to the side, and you have this last polyglyph. And then as you go out, that's where you see the daylight again, right? Well, not daylight, but the inside of the tower. Logic's landing. You get out of your boat.
I'm gonna touch the glyph just in case that does something.
All right, you touch it, and it just feels like stone.
Well, that's all I got.
Well, we did it. We're done. We can go now. Sorry, Cleary.
Make me an intelligence check, Seti.
Okay. Oh, that was almost a natural 20, but it was a 10. Unless Propsy's still touching my butt.
It probably is.
I think she's always touching it, she said.
I will say with
Always. Just
13.
assume always.
13.
I will say that it still doesn't feel like you guys have figured out the secret of this ride.
Well,
It feels like you have walked the path, but you haven't found the secret.
well,
Something
okay.
seems out of place.
There was still that pool back at the beginning with the Umber Hulk.
I mean, maybe the serpent is down there.
I don't know.
We could go look.
The tentacles that come down at the end, what are they coming out of? What can we...
It looks like it's some sort of like animatronic tentacle drop down
It's just
thing
like
where
rigged
like they use
somehow.
some dead squids and stuff, and they just kind of like go, oh, there's a guy like pulling a rope, and he just lets them all drop and then pulls them back up. Like it's not even a programmed illusion. They're using an actual like aberration.
Can can I tell that there's a guy up there? Like, can I see anybody?
Make a perception check, I guess.
That is 16.
16. Yeah, you do see like there's this little gray-skinned dwarf fella, like big strong dwarf, and he's just sitting there going.
So I want to be like, well, that just like kind of loudly. That can't be the end of this story. There's got to be something we're missing, and I want to detect thoughts on the dwarf to see if he's thinking about anything helpful in response.
That's clever.
All right.
So, what are his surface level thoughts as he hears me say
Is there
that?
a save or anything, or you just get
only
to
if
read it?
only if I probe deeper.
Okay, so his first thoughts are, they'll never figure it out. Those are his surface thoughts.
All right.
Roll up deeper. Roll up deeper.
Yeah. So, hang on. I have to upcast it. And the surface thoughts. Target must make a wisdom saving throw. DC 20.
No, he does not make 20.
That's a high DC. Good lord.
So I can gain insight into his reasoning for why he thinks we're never going to figure it out.
Okay, so the reason why he thinks you guys aren't going to figure it out is because he's like, deep in his mind, he's like, who would be stupid or brave enough to dive under all those rocks?
The ones at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
We know what we gotta do. Who's coming with us?
I
How
was
many
right the
times can I
first.
cast it?
It's the pool, guys. Let's go.
All right, everybody comfortable turning into a cloud because we're about to all turn into clouds.
Clear, you don't have to come. You can go out with Oren and eat cake.
He looks at you for a second, he's like, no, I want to be part of this adventure.
If
I'm
you
in it to
don't
the
want
end.
inspiration for a really cool statue you could make, I don't,
No, I'm learning so much. It's been a while since I've seen somebody else's artwork from the old days. This is really intriguing.
All right. Well,
These
here
are
we
all
go.
replicated, of course, but still quite interesting.
Let's go. Cloud time.
All right.
All right, so you guys go all the way back to the beginning. It says, "Welcome to you returning for your third dip in the dark.
we're
Perhaps
gonna
something
go.
didn't quite add up to you the first 2 times around."
I was gonna say, can we just turn into clouds and then like keep going
Okay,
without him even
We
knowing
got
that
this
we?
guy. We're way ahead of you.
He goes, hey, you can't just turn into clouds and come past me. This is a school for wizards, motherfucker. I'm
That's
gonna pay you
fair,
Oh,
that's
somebody
fair.
toss some money at him.
7 silver or however many people there are.
Yeah.
I'll give him
I
a
think
whole
it's just
gold
high,
piece.
Right, you all enjoy your dip in the dark, and remember, nothing will harm you.
Yeah, we're telling them that they're scared all the time. It's crazy.
All right, let's do this.
Now the clouds can't go underwater, so we're probably gonna have to like swim after.
Yeah, I mean, being clouds will get us through the rocks. So we'll have to figure
Yeah,
out
it'll get us
another
through the
way out.
rocks, but
That's
we're not
fine.
gonna be able. Yeah, we'll have to swim.
Okay.
All right, so as you guys come into the section, and you see that there's a guy waiting to jump out through the wall, a guy who can pass through rock. He's just like sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get him."
Not this
Ooh,
time,
gosh.
buddy. We're on a mission.
Yeah, we're
it's
going in
just-
there.
A cloud.
Yeah.
So you guys are just rushing as clouds through the gap.
Why
Yeah,
not?
let's go.
Yeah, so as you guys just go full speed as clouds through the gap, there's just like this whole bunch of clouds coming through, and you see this Umber Hulk just go. Oh! And he just slams his claw against the wall
Yeah.
and waves it in front of the entrance, and then he pulls the lever and it goes. And he just goes. He's wiping sweat from his brow.
Definitely a cutscene when you guys exited, and then on your way back to the entrance of Orin just sitting there like
He's just like
he sees you guys like exit,
Almost got it. We almost got it.
run right back to the start. He's just like, I guess.
But there's
they're
like
gonna
this clamor of like,
Got like
and
a
then we'll
turkey-
do,
got a turkey leg now
yeah.
or something.
So as you guys all
Maybe.
burst through, and you see this Umber Hulk, like, he gets back in. He's even getting ready to reset the lever. He's like, and there's like a little light that ding, and he goes, "Ugh."
We all
And
just
the rocks look back up. Are you guys turning back into people?
We have to swim.
We have
right?
to swim,
Yeah, we
yeah.
need to go through the pool.
And
And we
you
all
guys land
straight down in the
water.
water.
And he goes, "Oh,
Don't
Coming
mind us. We're
through.
looking for a snake. It's fine.
oh." And then you hear like sort of like echoing out in Undercommon, "The first to arrive in the pool," says the Umber Hulk.
That's us, I say in Undercommon. Good job with that lever. You're doing great. Top marks. Which to everybody else sounds like what?
Yeah, so you guys look around and you see this big depiction of the dragon type thing, this serpent diving deep into the water. The one that Seti had seen deep before, this thing that dwells in the deep.
Well, good thing we got our magic hats, huh? Well, you guys have medallions now, right? I think I still have a cap, though.
Yeah,
I
they
think I
would
still
turn
have that.
into amulets that just worked all the time.
So Graham will put his little fez on. Well, you guys all have your little.
All right.
Yeah.
He says, "Good luck." And it goes out into the cavern, and you guys are all diving down into the water, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you guys begin swimming down, immediately glyphs start lighting up along the wall. And you see as the tunnel of water begins swirling downwards. It says, and as you begin looking at the walls, you can see that they say, basically the serpent dove into the deep, fighting the abomination. Never resting. But along the way, and you guys are diving deeper and deeper, it was injured and lost its scales.
Not its scales.
Treasure that it left behind. And you guys continue diving deeper and deeper under the water. And then suddenly you see eyes all around you just begin opening and glowing, waiting for a new champion. So as you guys sit in the pool, you hear echoing in your mind, "Who approaches here?"
New death,
Guys wanted
baby.
to-
So you guys
Yeah,
are
I mean,
underwater.
we have the bubbles around our head, so we can talk, right?
Yeah, you guys can talk. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're just here to, we want to find the serpent. How's he doing? Said he left treasure or something.
The serpent will always defend against the abominations in the dark. What would you do with his boot?
And we have some abominations to fight too, right, guys?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Big tentacles.
Pretty much. There's
red
tentacles involved too. It's
mist,
very, very similar.
pink Orbeez.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot to get into.
Prove you are worthy. And suddenly there's just one eye directly below you.
Whoa. Guess we swim into the giant eye, huh?
I don't know.
Whether you want us to do something, or are we just supposed to keep swimming?
Just,
You don't have
that's
to
all it
answer
is.
it. All right,
Just
I'm
keep
gonna swim
Eye
down to the
directly below
eyeball.
you.
I'm gonna swim
You're
down
just
to
gonna
the
go
eyeball.
woo-hoo! Splashing. What you guys swimming down to the eyeball?
Yeah, I guess just
Why not?
swimming.
Where else is there to go?
All right. Swim all the way down to the eyeball, and the eyeball begins to rip apart and stretch out, and you see infinite rows of teeth forming inside of it as it opens up, begins twisting and reaching up into you.
Grim's just gonna keep swimming. There you go. See, it opened. That's great. Don't worry, guys.
Are you all swimming down to this thing's open mouth?
I don't know if you guys are, but Grim is.
I go where Grim goes. Just maybe not as bravely.
Grim's trusting the guy when he says that he's not gonna hurt you, and he's not scared because he can't become scared. So it's just gonna go for it.
All right. So you guys watch as Grim swims down and Seti follows behind. Propsy, are you going too? What about Mitnir? Cleary's
Yeah.
swimming. He's doing his best.
We are
And
fucking around so that
As
we
you
can
guys
find
swim
out.
your way in, it closes, and you guys feel yourself in almost like the same familiar tunnel sensation, and then there's this sort of like this dropping of where you drop out of the water from above, and your feet touch nothing for a second, and then something solid but untangible, you can't see it, but you can feel that you're standing on it. But if you were to reach down, you don't feel anything below your feet. Strange sensation. And then you see a large sapphire, strangely hewn scale hovering in the air directly in front of you.
Well, that's pretty, guys. Is it like shield size or like just scale size?
It is very large. It looks shield size.
Well, let's get it. Grim's gonna reach out and try and grab it.
Sure.
All right. So as you grab it, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. This is not for fear.
All right, there we got. Ready, set, go. That's a 20.
20. There's this moment where you see everything. Where you see what looks like the connection points where some sort of dark, distant space touches all of reality. It almost looks like a honeycomb, like a hive, in the darkness, where you can see all these infinite holes stretching out, and you feel your body ripping through space into witnessing all these gaps and these tears everywhere. And then you see something rising, a large form made of sapphire. And then next to her, another form made of amethyst and another of topaz.
Hey!
As you see
Aw.
dragons facing the tears in all directions.
You're gonna be like, nice to meet you. I'm Grim.
It's nice to meet you, Grip. One of them turns around and looks at you, and she goes, "Oi, glad you found that. Join the fight." And then they all tear out towards tentacles that are reaching out, and then your vision comes back, and then suddenly everything around you flashes, and then you guys find yourself standing outside the ride, and you're holding a sapphire dragon scale.
Hey! Is this...
We'll
and
give it
this
to the
would,
guy like, hey, I got it.
I mean, having met Zonia, would this... Is this her scale? Or is this from a bigger...
This is a really big scale.
Okay. That's, okay.
You're not
That's
sure
what I
how
thought.
big Zonia is. You know that the amethyst dragon is really big.
Yeah, so...
But you're not sure how big.
But also they said that was
Hard
a
to say.
serpent. They never heard... who knows? All right. Well, we did it!
As you guys
That
pop
was
out,
cool.
Hey, Oren,
you
we
see
did
the
it!
guy standing, he's like, "Welcome to a dip in the." We have
Hey,
a first
you
winner, a first placer. First treasure finder has been claimed.
What do you mean first? Is there a second one, like a different one, or is it just...
Yeah, there are more of these
Somebody-
things down there. We could go back.
Oh no, it's just the same puzzle, but obviously you guys can't score the prize again. You're banned now. Keep quiet about yourself. But we have first people made it through. There's only one of those. You're the unique first prize winner. But everybody else will get a similar prize in a sense.
Sure.
So
Well,
people are like
Grim's
cheering
lucky
for
these
you,
guys
and they're
don't
like
really use
running up,
shields
and they're
as
like
much, though.
taking a look at the shield and like, what's up with this thing? So yeah, this is a sapphire buckler.
Cool.
Let's look at it. Is it a thing that already exists?
Yep.
Kind of like that.
We did it! I'm high-fiving everybody.
Oren's just standing there with a armful of funnel cake ready for you guys.
Corn dogs.
Hey! Dinner!
Did you get anything from High Realm Academies?
Not talking about those anymore.
Too bad.
Did you get any like godly food?
Oh,
while you were there?
probably.
Well, I'm just curious if you went to the farmers market for the High Realm Academy and got any of their food, or if you're just getting like the common fare food that you can find laying around.
Oh no, I would have tried the high realm stuff for sure.
All right, you looking for anything special, or are you just looking for like?
Probably just try everything.
I mean, you would spend a lot of money there if you want to try everything. This
I have
is
a lot of
like
money. That's fine.
all right. For instance, you can try meat, all kinds of meat, like dried meats from the Beastlands, which are the happy hunting grounds, which are very, very, very good. You could probably get enough rations to last you years in a very compact amount. They also have stuff that could give you boons depending on how much you wanted to spend. There's golden apples from the Garden of Leyden. So, like, there's stuff there. There's nectar and ambrosia, which is the food and drink of the gods, which you can try. So, what are you feeling? What's your vibe?
Everything, man. I'm gonna do it all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where would you like to start?
Probably we'll start with the dried meats and the drink was the ambrosia. Is that what the drink was?
All right, so you're just getting yourself like a little bit of dried meat. He's like, "What kind of beast you into? We've hunted everything." And you come up to this guy. He's like got scars just all up and down his face, but he's like this big, huge, muscular-looking individual.
What's the most savory meat?
Most savory meat. That's gotta be hippogriff. And he like reaches over and he pulls out a pound of hippogriff meat, dry and salted. That there. That's tasty stuff. Melts in your mouth, but still strong and tough. Gives you something to chew on at the same time. It's strange how it works. It's like meat gum.
All right, we'll take it.
All right. So he gives you that. That's 10 gold for the pound of hippogriff meat dried.
I mean, we're rich now, so that's fine.
You're looking around. So specifically the golden apples. I don't like if you're interested in those. Those have very high price tag for the ones that are available.
Yeah, how much?
10,000 gold apiece.
Oh, Jesus. That would be like all my money.
This is why I was asking you where you wanted to start.
I didn't think they'd be that high. I thought maybe like a couple hundred or something.
Yeah. These are like from a very important tree. Like this is a tree that has like the apples of the gods. Like these are the golden apples of the what are they called? Somebody knows this lore. It's Greek mythology.
I don't remember.
They were originally protected by like Atlas or something.
Thought it was the Hydra.
No, it's protected by Ladin.
Well,
but
probably
each...
not buying the 10,000 golden apple.
Yeah. If we all put in 2,000, we can get one.
But then who eats it?
Are we all with you right now, or are you shopping by yourself? Sorry.
No, this is while you guys are in the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's up to you if you guys want to go for something. I'm just saying there's stuff here that's very expensive.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to do the 10,000 thing, but what else is there?
Well, what's your price range? What are you looking for? What's your price range? Then I'll make it easier for you to shop for things.
I mean, like 1,000?
1,000 gold. Looking for something good, something tasty. There's some nice meats and like meals that you can take that are like temporary buffs. They're almost like drinking a potion. Like if you're interested in that sort of thing. And those are like ones that are like 500 to 1,000 gold pieces sort of range.
Yeah, maybe. What's the buff options?
Okay.
Do they say or?
Let me go.
I'm gonna get myself this fancy stuff and then just bring them back funnel cake.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so there's ones that give you
After D&D, you're buying me some food because I can't. This is not fair.
So there's basically different foods that give you enhanced ability on all the different food types. And those are around 500 gold apiece. So there's ones that do that. And then there's other foods, and those last for an hour after consumption. And then there's other food that gives you like advantage on all skill checks and ability checks for an hour. And that one is like 1,000 gold. So
and like how long do these last? Do I have to like eat them right away, or can I?
No. You could just. I would say that this is like just a meal that you can like have and prepare. You open it, you eat it, you're good.
Okay.
Um,
I'll get the one that does everything for an hour.
The 1,000 gold one that gives you that's the one that gives you advantage on all ability checks and saving throws.
Yep.
So that's all like skill checks, ability checks, saving throws, not attack rolls, but for an hour after consumption.
Yep. So 1,000.
Lucky Linguini.
Is that what it's called?
Sure. I didn't put names for them. I just wrote what the kind of stuff you could buy there.
I gotta write it down.
Yeah, okay. I'll make an item for these things eventually if you guys feel like shopping here more. Just let me know if you're like, oh, actually, I feel like I'm going to shop there a bunch. Okay.
And what about the ambrosia?
Ambrosia? That one pretty much is just gonna like. Well, you don't have any spell slots, so when you drink it, it tastes real good. I mean, if you had key points that you spent, those would return. Like it would return key points, but you don't have any.
I don't think I've used anything.
Yeah. So 50 gold for ambrosia, by the way.
But is that something I can like save for later?
Yeah, you could do that. So that's gonna give you back 1d4 spell levels or skill points.
Like put it in my water skin or something?
Sure.
Returns 1d4 spell points, you said?
Yeah, spell levels, like or
Spell slots?
key points. Yeah. So it's like 1d4 spell levels, right? So like
Level.
so you're like, oh, okay, so I can return a spell slot for 4 level 1 spells, or 1 level 4 spell, or a level 3 and a level 1, or a level 2 and a level 2.
Or up to 4 key points.
Yep.
Cool.
Based on what you roll in the d4. All right. So you
How much
see,
was that one?
that was 50 gold.
50?
Okay.
And then how much for the thing that shall not be named? It'll be 1, 2, 3,
Oh yeah. Like
5,
10
6 of
silver.
them?
10 silver. So gold.
Starcher. You know that that's my favorite thing in the world.
It's bag nets, but twisty.
They're all the same. They're all delicious.
All right. So as you guys come out, people are like cheering you on and like checking out. Ooh, what's this fancy thing you got? Have you looked over the shield yet? Clearly,
Yeah,
would
it's really
identify it for
cool.
you.
It's really cool. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's it has less AC than like a normal magic shield, but it has very, very useful properties. Because I don't think many things provide resistance to psychic damage
Ooh.
and thunder damage. It's really cool.
Let's
It
see,
seems
look at
Fitting
aberrations
to
hit 'em,
protect
or-
against aberrations, though, like which
Yeah.
it seems to be kind of like all of the eldritch monsters.
Well, yeah, we should
Yep.
definitely like do that now and find. Yeah.
Well,
like-
we'd have to attune to it first.
Yes. Who's gonna wield it? Is Grim gonna wield it?
I can wield
Do
it.
we
I mean, I'll
have
give
to...
it.
Oh, wait, no, it's
I can
shield.
give-
I was going to say the tattoo thing.
What'd you say?
I was thinking it was like the other dragon scale where
That wasn't
maybe I
as-
tattooed it.
That was
Yeah, but
a
then I
gem.
remembered it was...
I can. I mean, if I use this one, I can give you my cold iron shield. Ropsy, because you use a shield too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I can give you that one.
Yeah. Let's fucking go.
Cool. So you guys have found the secret in 3 trips. Pretty good.
only 3 trips.
Yeah.
Well, 2 and a bit.
There are people
Yeah.
that have been in there 4 or 5 times. So
Yeah. Well, they suck. So.
you rolled a 32 on your investigation check. So
Yep.
and you guys can do gaseous form, which is how you found the initial information. So
Yep.
a lot of people have even found the other stuff, but they didn't think to go into the
The waterfall.
waterfall because there's rocks that close up. The
You
second you
always
enter.
go in the waterfalls. You
Yeah,
should know.
dude.
You could just tell Oren how to get
Other
it.
people.
and he
So
can
if you
go
guys
get
would
it.
have waited till the second day to finish this puzzle, you would not have got the shield. You would have gotten the second place prize because somebody would have gotten it on the first day.
Oh,
So
we can't
because
have
you guys
that.
did it on day one, you guys got the first place prize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now it's divide and conquer all the rest of them.
Yeah, we gotta go. Let's move.
Yeah, we got to go do all the other things. Now that we know there's cool stuff in there, we're going to be able to beat Northlight just by playing games.
It's kind of what I
Great.
was.
I guess I should do the drinking game then, because I can't get drunk.
Yeah, go for it.
There
Absolutely.
you go.
Absolutely.
So fun.
Isn't it a drunken obstacle course
Can that,
too?
Can that
So
be a
It is in fact a
mother's
drunken
son?
obstacle course.
yeah, fucking
He's
go.
double
Let's
good
go.
at
I'm down.
Yeah.
I mean, Grim can try
I'll do
and
an
do
obstacle course.
the animal thing, right? I can try and do the animal
Yeah.
thing. Is that
Never winners.
The petting zoo?
Yeah.
what's
Yeah,
a
whatever you guys want to do.
Grim
Alright.
type deal?
There's all kind of stuff.
I'm gonna give Oren bardic inspiration for his drunken obstacle course. And then I think I have enough I can give Grim one too, if you want to do the
An inspiration.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give myself. I'll cast Fox Cunning on myself and stuff too. Whenever I'm doing that, just to give me advantage on my nature checks.
All right, let me get to the. There they are, fairgrounds. Jesus. All right, so you're going to. So who's doing what first? Let's
Should
go
we,
to Oren because.
Should we break and then pick up with these?
Oh yeah, shit. Let's take our break. We'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. While we decide which games we're going to go fight for next.
Hell yeah.
And we're back! Yay! All right, so what do you guys? Where do you guys want to go?
Well, we're doing the drunk thing
Let's go.
first.
All right. Yeah. So you do
Is that right?
doing
Is that what- is
the
that
hammer
the plan?
games? Is somebody gonna try to win all 5 hammer games?
I'm
Do
going
we
to
have
try.
Mitnir and Oren try and do it?
Yeah, like let's
Let's
everybody
do it.
enter.
Try to do it.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not
Roxy already
everybody.
did the first one, right? Or kind of like what was
You have to win the other 4 competitions to then win the prize. But he's considered that a win for you because you made it so far, even though technically he won. But you drank like a lot with him.
Let's see. Now, technically, Grim is immune to poison now.
Yeah. So there's this thing.
Props.
There's this thing that. Never mind. You guys do what you want. You do what you want.
No. Yeah, I'm fine. Grim's not going to participate in this one. But just like, I'm immune to poison now, though.
Well, part of it is getting shit faced, so maybe we should do. Like, I would love to participate, but maybe do that at the end of the night. Yeah, so
well,
start.
No, they unshit face you at the end.
They
You mean
do.
we're doing it just before we
They
do the
own.
masquerade?
They do unshit face you. at
Oh,
the
okay,
end,
never
yeah.
mind then. Let's go. Let's get shit
But you're
faced.
still drunk, but you're not going to be hungover, if that makes sense. Like you'll still
Oh.
be shit faced, but you'll be like less shit faced. It's like
How does that
sobers
work?
you up a little bit.
Can you get drunk if you're poison immune?
Yes.
No, you can.
Well,
Yeah,
it depends on
it's
how you
a-
want to flavor it. He's not
'Cause
getting the
alcohol's-
negative effects
Alcohol's
of it, but he's
poison,
still
right?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's you don't get
Alcohol's
alcohol
considered-
poisoning or anything like that.
Yeah,
I guess you can
can't-
just drink. You get super drunk but not die. I guess that's a
I
plus.
don't even like.
Yeah, it's weird how all that stuff works.
I would say that it could lightly affect you after consuming a large amount,
It can't be good
Um,
for the spores either, though, right?
or with
It's like-
with anything else. No, definitely not.
yeah.
But
It's
you
probably
could do
not a good idea.
you could do like a Constitution saving throw. Still, we could say you could do a Constitution saving throw, or your like
Yeah.
brain is still
I don't
impaired.
know why I'm asking this though, because Grim doesn't drink anyway. He only eats good berries and drinks water. He doesn't drink alcohol. This is a moot point.
Yeah.
Sorry, forgot my character for a second there.
But Oren, on the other hand, is immune to poison.
Oh, so I am resistant to poison and I have advantage against poison.
There you go.
so a
Yeah.
lot of
So she could
flavor
have done even
ones
better last time.
Go with you're immune to like the hangovers and the like being like
Like the ill effects. which is the
projectile
fun-
sick, but you still get inebriated.
So you still have a hard time performing tasks. Gotcha.
I'm
I mean, that's your
immune to
flavor. You
poison
can do
and
what you want with
disease.
it, but that's
Let's
what a lot
do
of
it.
people seem to go with.
Let's do it. We're gonna do it that
Grim
way.
won't do
So
it,
you can
but
still
you
get
guys
drunk,
can do it.
but you can't get hungover. You don't need your cure-all at the end. You're just drunk.
Just buzzing.
Yeah. All right. So with that in mind, what do you guys want to do?
I mean,
are you guys doing the?
I'm doing the
Let's
Straight to
go.
the drinking games.
Let's
All right, so
go.
you go straight to the hammer games. As you enter, you walk up and you see like this big tough dwarf standing there that you're all familiar with and he goes, "Oi, you come around the hammer games then? I see that you're here to make your mark on the world."
I already made my mark on that hammer.
Yeah, you did. It was the best mark we ever had, I'll tell you what. Oh, there's this thing where you go back and forth, you drink a whole lot, and then you take a whole lot of anti-drinking potions, and then you drink a lot more an anti-drinking potion, to the point where you're not sure if you're just getting drunk on anti-drinking potions, or you're getting sobered up by beer. You just can't tell anymore.
How do we game?
All right, okay, so Bropsy, I remember you've already got one check off on the drinking one-on-one competition, so that's one of your 5. And then you've got the other 4. You got long tossing, obstacle running, archery, and arm wrestling. As you can tell, nobody's passed archery yet. And he backs over the archery one, and you can just see there's arrows like all over the fucking place except for on the target. And you can see that there is also like a tent right next to that where people are just getting like, you can see through the tent door, people are getting arrows pulled out of their backs and ass and getting cured up. He's like, it's a little bit dangerous, but we got the permits, so that can't touch us. So,
is there a specific order for these, or
no, you do them in any order that you want, but you got to get pure fucking drunk first. So there's a drunk test. Watch, I'll show you. Well, you can actually, if you want to be a purist, you can one-on-one drink first. You can challenge anyone in the Silverwind Academy. Any fucking one of them. If you challenge me, I'd be be ready. Because I've been challenged 15 times today, and I've only lost the one time. The most recent one, actually.
Who is the smallest person in Silverwind?
This
Don't do that. That
smallest.
could be a bad idea. Just because they're small doesn't mean they can't drink.
I know,
don't
but
That'd be
Yeah,
Portly
perhaps you prove
Shortfoot.
that.
just find the one that looks like Cleary. It's fine.
yeah.
Well, anyways, the smallest one of us is Portney over there. And he points at Portney, and Portney is just like laid back little gnome. Big fat beer belly.
No, not Portney. I mean smallest as in skinniest.
Oh, we don't do skinny so much. I mean, if you're looking for skinny, Rod's real skinny. Look at Rod. And you look over at Rod, and he's like a robot, basically. So
Good luck.
Robot.
he's the one you guys have fought before, the paladin.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, we were.
Warforged paladin.
I
Yeah,
think
you
we
guys
should
fought
all
him in
let's
the
all just
amphitheater.
challenge this guy. That's already been
Big guy.
challenged 15 times.
Oh, you want to challenge the master of drinking?
Yes.
Orin goes
All
first.
right. I'll take all 3 of you on at once then.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right, here we go. Sit down at the table. Grab the drinking hammer and away we go.
Do you drink 3 drinks to R1?
Fuck no. You all, it's like one-on-one, but I'm doing it like the 3 of you are drinking, I'm drinking. You might as well just get it all knocked out at one time so I don't have to get drunk 3 fucking times.
Well, that was kind of the point, but all right.
Whoa. Have to?
If any of you
Yeah.
die, I'll reincarnate you. It's fine.
I'm already way fucking ahead of you lightweight, sorry. So it's already plenty fucking fair enough, and I have less rolls I've got to do. So,
All right, let's get going.
all right. Round 1. Grab your hammer, tip your pint, go!
What are we rolling?
Constitution saving throw.
That's a rough start.
Propsy, you still touching my butt?
Sure.
Uh,
Just inconspicuously sat on her feathers. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing happening here.
I got a 9.
You got a 9?
Yeah.
I got a
So-
14.
So
I also
Seti
got a
tips
14.
back a fucking pint of liquor while holding the drinking hammer. And she takes a second, and then her eyes kind of go wumpy. And Seti, you are plastered.
Okay. I did it. I win. I'm very drunk.
So he looks at you and he looks at you guys. What did everybody else roll?
14.
14?
Same.
He rolled a 26. So he
Jesus.
just goes,
Can I?
well, that's one. Time
I
for
snort
two.
some beer out my nose as I look over at Seti.
So he goes, 3,
I feel like her
1.
disguised self starts to slip, and like part of her face is just like
All right.
the makeup is
So-
flashing different colors.
So you guys, you have to roll to keep going.
Yep.
Yep. Damn.
I mean, am I just out?
No,
Wait,
you're
no.
just plastered.
Oh,
You're
okay.
plastered.
But we're still going. Okay.
If you want, you
Uh,
have disadvantage now.
That is gonna
oh,
die.
disadvantage. All right. we
We
got
might have
druids. I got a 13 for my second one.
I got 21.
I got
21?
29.
All right, so you guys are both looking pretty good. He watches Seti as she starts drinking hers, and she takes like a big, huge swig, and then she slams her face like on the table, and then sits back up, and she's like looking around, and she's still conscious, and he snorts and chokes on his beer, and he goes, "Oh no, the lungs! I got so much, oh, you your face." He goes, so he had a little bit of a rough time with that one, but he's still going. He's like, Ori, look, let's go.
Can I use magic?
Fuck no.
Why not?
Orin saving your bonus is so low.
I know.
Drinking competition, it's about drinking and getting faster and doing the best you can, and I can't use magic, so neither can you.
Well, that's not
Can
fair.
you use what you ride on in the water? All right, so what'd you roll?
I got a 21 again.
26.
Steady, what'd you go?
With disadvantage, I rolled an 11.
Seti is face down on the ground.
Seti? Seti?
She's
You guys drink. I'll take care of
Perhaps
that. You
he's
guys just
taking
keep
care of
drinking.
her.
It's fine.
All right, the DC is now 25 for this next drink.
I can't
Anything
even
lower-
hit that.
Just nat
Well,
20.
better get that match 20.
You
Nat
have
20
a-
would only be a 23.
You do have a bardic inspiration, right?
I
If
do,
you,
but
if you didn't use it already.
All right, this is the one. Oh. So he drinks it.
what is it? A D10?
D10, yeah.
Well, I need to. Even
Wait,
if I roll
do
a
it.
10, it won't
Did you
Just
matter.
roll a
bonus
9 or
bardic
10.
inspirations?
Oh,
Yeah.
if I roll.
When did that happen?
Okay, I need like a 9.
Right before you started. You gotcha.
Yeah, everybody gets one. Like, Grim has one for the thing that I save for later, and then Orin and Minion both get a bardic inspo.
It's
Just
only
one.
a 20. 20 total.
Come on, Minder. Yes.
That makes it a 26? Yeah.
26. So you watch as Orin and Thrum and Mitnir all stare at each other. And then Thrum says, "I've had 1 minute anti-potion." And he face down, slams on the table. And you see Orin is just like, stands up and then walks, and just walks straight into a post. He just kind of spins around and like grabs it, and then just like does this weird monk thing where he just can't fall down, but is falling constantly, but he can't fall down, and so he just like runs towards the wall, almost runs into it, does a backflip off the wall, and just sits there for a minute, and just like looking
The
around,
cyclone.
just like whoa. He starts
He
just like
stands up,
break
grabs
dancing.
another drink, doesn't touch the hammer this time, and just kind of sips the drink without the hammer. Like, okay.
He gets up and move. He says, "Oh!" People start cheering. They're like, "That's one for Mitnir."
I get nothing for tying him.
Yeah, I know. I think you pass. Yeah, you pass, and that's one for Orin.
Woo!
So you guys are now officially plastered. Everything you do from now on is a disadvantage. Seti, they get you up off the ground. You are conscious now, but you are also fucking plastered.
She's just got an arm slung around Bropsy's shoulders, and she's just rubbing her feathers on her cheek, and just, they're so soft and so pretty.
I'm wondering if I should eat my lucky linguini.
All right. So which one would you guys like to do first? Would you like to do the obstacle course? Would you like to do log throwing? Would you
Let
like to
me
do
at those
archery?
logs.
Log
I'll do-
throwing.
no.
Log throwing.
You guys go all over to log throwing. So you can
I
see
only
Grim.
stand a
Grim
chance
is
at
just
the
sitting there.
obstacle course.
Well, you have to do all of them, so it doesn't matter. Really.
Yeah,
What is
that
Grim
was
doing on the
dope.
Well, I
outside
can
while
le-
all
if
of
I
your
do-
drunk compatriots?
I guess I could just watch. I can't. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, okay, so Grim's just sitting there on the outside just
Chaperone,
fucking
the
you.
DD.
You're not participating in this one, or are you, Propsy? Because if you are participating in the next one, you also have to get re-drunk before you
Yeah, I
can
know.
enter.
I know. I was sipping while they were doing their
Oh, so you got
These-
yourself to drunk as well?
are these magical drinks?
Yes,
When
these are
you're
magically
touching the
enhanced.
hammer, yes.
When you're touching the hammer and you drink, they
Well,
are
I'm saying,
enhanced
is the alcohol produced magically, or is it like brewed?
No, they brewed this
Eventually.
alcohol.
Okay, yeah, then he won't drink it because it's from plants or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So they so like, all right, before each competition, and so they're like, go to the drinking hammer, the table's open. You see all these people run in, grab the hammer, take the drink, pass the hammer, take the drink, and they all start doing their competitions now that the sitting at the table, because that's usually the one that takes the most time. And then they're like, drink and go. So those that are drunk, what would you like to do?
I think we're
Toss
You
a
said
log.
throwing logs? Tossing logs?
log
All
throwing.
right, so you get to the log thing, and you're
Right,
ready. It's like,
yeah,
all right,
somebody-
1, 2, 3. Passing grade is anything over 15 feet.
You don't stand a chance.
All right, Seti, I need you to
I'm-
make me an athletics check.
I am using enhance ability on my strength to give me
Okay, so
advantage.
roll a flat roll.
Oh,
Roll flat.
flat. Oh,
I'll
that's
give
a
Mitnir
that's
just
a
a pat on the
19.
back and enhance his strength
4,
too.
total of 19.
19.
Yeah, so she chucks it and it goes, boom, boom. And like she actually gets it to like toss over and like roll. And she goes, like,
Oh,
she's sitting, like,
flips.
sitting there, and then like she flips it, and she's a little short of the 15 feet, but she tosses it pretty good.
You're like, just bump it.
Yeah, I gave Mitnir enhance ability too.
Oh, sweet.
I
this is
ran out
just,
of level 3
Mitnir,
spots, so I
make
can do
yours.
Orin at the same time, but I can separately do Orin if we need.
Gotcha. This is just
Yeah.
what, athletics?
We should just put
It's
everything on
athletics.
Mitnir.
I'm just gonna.
27.
27. Mitnir chucks it a solid a solid 17 feet. Just
Chest bump Seti again.
Yeah.
So he
just
said,
said-
"Oh,
said he
another tip for
collapses.
Mitnir." So somebody walks over and you got like a little, at this point they've got like a little card you guys just noticed is hanging on your neck with like I did this with this far in the Hammer games, and there's like a little check, and the guy walks up with a piece of chalk and just puts a check mark on your piece of board that says how far you went in the drinking games.
So between events, I was gonna eat my lucky linguini meal.
All right, so roll flat roll because the advantage plus so
he's the hungry
everything
drunk.
you're doing is now flat roll.
Yeah.
So he eats linguini and then he gets up and he goes,
Yeah.
And he rolls up and just immediately runs up, grabs it, gets some momentum, presses into the bottom of the log. Make your roll.
Oh no. 10.
Ooh.
And he goes to throw it, and it half tosses and half he just lifts it and just like falls forward and it just slams into the ground. And they're like, yeah, we didn't think he was gonna be good at that one.
0 feet. Like,
I mean, I have
literally,
a
right?
plus
'Cause
7.
whenever they
I'm
roll
pretty-
minus 10.
I'm good
Yeah,
at
no.
athletics, but I rolled
Yeah,
a 3.
You rolled a 3. So you pick it up and you just like you were too drunk when you tried to do it. It's like, better luck next time. You can always try again. Next one. So I guess this time we're running the obstacle course. This one's acrobatics.
Propsy.
Oh, Propsy. Make your athletics check.
Go.
14.
Nice.
She tries to lift it and she gets it up like you do, but she's just like, and she just kind of like almost like half tosses it, and it only goes like 4 feet. But she gets it to almost like turn over, like it almost flips over, and it would have made it go farther.
It's a lot farther than Grim thought she was gonna throw it. To be honest.
She did better than me.
Yeah, like you kind of tripped over yourself when you did it.
She's like not even nearly the size of this log, right?
No, not remotely. This
She's
log is like 10 feet
4
long.
She's literally
Yeah.
4 foot and all
Yeah.
feathers.
Yeah.
All bones.
Okay, but she is fit because you're all fit. Your adventure is of high level. Yeah. So you guys, who wants to run the obstacle course?
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
do it.
Obviously I'm doing it, but I will use my enhance ability on
Mm-hmm.
Mitnir for this is probably a dex based.
It is, yeah.
Right.
This is an
So
acrobatics.
you start to cast enhance ability, and they say,
Yeah.
"Hey, no magic over there."
Why not? It's all I have going for me.
Well, it's not to be hard in the hammer games. Like,
We're not very good at monitoring
Grim can
that.
get away with it because he's not drunk casting these spells. You can't because you're like, I have to cast enhance ability. Boom. And you start hitting your drum and getting real loud and like trying to figure it out. Like you start singing.
Yeah.
It's not subtle.
Well, I'm up to 5th level slots, so I'm gonna cast it at 5th level. And so that's +3 targets. So all 4 of you get
Oh,
enhanced
no.
dexterity.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go.
All right. So make you guys' acrobatic checks all together.
It's just flat.
Technically, I don't
Yeah,
need
acrobatic.
advanced or enhanced ability because I have advantage on everything for the next hour.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
'Cause I hadn't
13.
casted it at 5th level anyway. So.
18.
13.
13, 18. All right, so the two of you, you guys
22.
start running through the obstacle course, and midway through, you just get hit straight with this like spinning boxing glove, and it just smacks you right in the face, and you face plant in the mud down below. People start cheering.
Oh.
Dropsy gets almost all the way to the end of this thing, which is really hard. But then you're trying to like get up the rope ladder at the end, and you start climbing it. And they're like, Dropsy, your wings. And you're like, I don't remember how. And it's like your wings are just like sort of slumping against
I
the
didn't
thing.
have them for so long.
So you're just too drunk to remember how to fly, and you can't climb the wall. You're too drunk. But then you see Orin just like runs up, and he tries to help you, but he's just like, nope. And then he just like flips over the wall and keeps going. So the only one who got their full tack for that one was Orin. So they come over, they give you a check mark. They're like, next one. Archery, who wants to try?
Yes.
I got
Yeah.
this.
I'm there.
Perfect.
Okay. So archery, you shoot a bow with disadvantage, and you try to hit the target.
A bow would be just like dex.
Just like
Hand
a
you a
short
bow.
bow.
It's
Just
dex.
like a short bow.
Yeah, it's just
Are
a
you
short bow.
proficient?
I'm just gonna.
Are you
add a short
proficient
bow.
with bows?
Short bows would be. Are those simple or martial?
I think bows are martial. I think you only have simple / druid weapons. as a druid.
They are simple. Short
Okay.
bows
Oh,
are simple
simple.
weapons.
Okay, so that would be a Dex plus proficiency, right? If you're
Yeah, if you just
Alright,
add
I
a
forgot.
short bow to your inventory and equip it, you'll get the roll option.
I got a 20.
You got a 20. So you. It's not in the center, but it hits the target, and everyone goes, "Shit, the fucking target! Check that on!" Whoa!
Damn.
People are like yelling on the other side.
I think I
Orange
bullseyed
smashed
it.
it.
28.
28. So you see for a second, Orange just he's like it takes forever to get it, and then like he can't hold it properly, and then he's just like this whole thing doesn't work for him, so he just makes a fist and grabs it, and makes a fist and grabs the bow and goes, "Yes." He just kind of punches as he lets go, and because he's so plastered, and the arrow flies perfectly straight, doesn't even like have a fall, it just goes straight into the center. There's kind of like a beam of light trail behind it when he's done.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it. I'm just trying to think if Mitnir could do anything else, but he's just gonna shoot it. So, 13.
Yeah, you shoot the arrow, it flies wide and far because you put too much strength in it, and it lands straight into somebody's funnel food.
I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I'm shooting my bow.
You can do it.
21!
So,
I'm angry.
So 21, you hit the target. So everybody but Mitnir got a check off on that one. And the last one, arm wrestling. So you guys watch as you sit down directly in front of Rod.
I'm just gonna be like, okay, I gotta do this. I'll drop concentration on the other one and go then recast it as strength.
Hell yeah.
Using all of my slots. Everybody has advantage on their strength checks.
So as you guys sit down in front of me, he goes, "Right then. I will do everything I can to make sure you have a pleasant experience. I have set my strength to the recommended amount for each competitor. Each contestant? Anyways, sit down, have a whirl." And he puts his arm down.
This
His
athletic.
fingers just sort of undulate. This is straight strength.
Just okay. +0. Let's go. 18.
Oh boy.
Roll an 18.
Oh no.
You roll natural.
Yeah.
So don't use your bonus because he's going to match your strength.
I
So
don't
it's
have
just
a
rollies.
bonus.
So you beat him because you rolled an 18. So he goes,
Hey!
says, "Not bad. Against your own strength, you did pretty well."
I won.
Next.
So we're
I'm
rolling up.
zero.
What are we
Just
rolling?
rollies. You don't use them. You just roll a d20. And it's just because he's matching your strength, so you just have to roll better than him. Otherwise,
One of those
nobody would
fancy
ever be able to
workout
beat this,
machines.
except for maybe Mitnir.
One of those
I
electric
rolled the same
engine
thing.
machines.
All right.
You rolled 11.
11.
He rolled an
So
18, so he just slams your hand
I
down.
originally rolled a strength check and got 11, but that adds the modifier. So I just rolled a d20 and I got an 11. So
Nice. So he slams your hand down on the table, and he goes, "You were not putting your all into this one."
strength is not my game.
It was above average, though. I mean, in terms of a d20.
My turn,
Well,
my
he's
turn.
also rolling a d20. He's just rollies.
No, that's I mean. Like, at least it wasn't a bad roll.
All right,
It just-
Propsy. You watch as like a smaller arm. Like a windshield wiper comes out. What'd you roll? 13. He rolled a 3. He goes, "Oh, you beat my little tiny arm. Well done."
He slams him in the tail.
I guess Mitnir then sits down.
So as you sit down, he goes, "One moment." And he reaches down and he plugs something into the back of his arm, and he just goes, and you see sparks start
Nitrous.
flying out of his arm.
I am going to growl and rage before I do this.
Yeah. As he puts his hand down in front of you, he's like, "Okay, let's begin." So you can't match your rage, so you still get the +3 for your rage.
Right, and I get
Plus whatever for
advantage
your
is
rage.
the nice part.
Yeah. All right.
So I'll just roll
Well, you
two
already have
d20s
advantage
and
anyway,
tell you what
but
the big
the-
one is. Wow, I rolled 2 2s.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, 5s, right?
Yeah. So, well,
No,
yeah.
There's
5.
no plus. There's no plus.
No,
then
he
we
has
need to,
two-
then we
Oh,
need to
yeah.
roll again because there's 2 plus 3, so that's 5, and he rolled a 5, so we need to
Well,
roll
no,
again.
it's damage. So I lose, like, because advantage. It doesn't.
Oh,
give
It
you
doesn't
plus,
give
yeah.
you plus 3 to. Oh, well then there you go. So he
That's
slams your
so
arm
terrible.
down.
Whoop.
Doesn't your strength increase when you're?
No.
He looks at,
I
he
get
looks at you for a second and
advantage.
says, "Either
Oh,
I
yeah.
overestimated your skills, or you were sleeping during that."
Both.
He's like, "Feel free to hit me back up next time." And then the line continues moving again. So you guys have something that you haven't finished. You all know what you have and haven't done.
Oh, so you're allowed to try again,
Yeah,
as long as you're just.
I have to do
as
the
long as
two.
you take another drink between each one. Which, by the way, every
Strength-based
drink you
ones.
guys have had to drink, you have to pay for. So they give you your tab when you walk out.
Can I just go to the log one and do it again now?
Yeah.
You still have strength. Yeah, bonus. Well, you guys still have strength from my enhanced
Well,
ability.
I have an hour on my thing, so
Yeah, go for it. Go see if you can toss the log 15.
I'm also gonna do that.
That's
Yeah, let's
Bropsy,
go.
and Steady, and Orin, right?
that was athletics
Yeah.
for that one. So I just do straight roll. Ooh, maybe 19.
12. So
19, you toss it, but it doesn't quite reach that 15-foot mark.
You got to get a 20, don't you?
You have to get a 25, I think.
No, you just have to get a 20.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, just to succeed in passing, you have to get a 20.
The way you were saying the distances earlier, I was like,
25.
sounds like
Yeah,
you're just subtracting 10 from whatever they roll.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's how I was gauging the distance. But you succeed on the thing as long as you roll 20 or above.
Well, I suck at all of this stuff, except the one check I got.
All right. So you guys sit there. Does anybody else want to keep trying, or are they going to come back the next?
Grim's gonna come up and
I mean,
rub
I would
Mitnir's
keep
shoulders
going
and be like,
forever,
"Okay, Mitnir, you
but-
got this. Don't use the boat. Just throw the arrow."
I'm gonna keep going
Just
because
use your strength.
So
fine.
you guys are all
Yeah.
already 30 gold in that drank 3, and then 40 gold for the one who drank 4, which is the people who succeeded.
I'm still going.
And then each competition that you do is another 10 gold. So just keep adding 10 gold per
Okay,
competition.
so I'm at.
I'm tapping out.
There were
It's gonna be the guy
five,
in the corner that's like helping them.
five
Give him water
competitions,
with-
right?
Huh? There's 5 competitions.
Just 5, so that's 50.
Yeah, but then you there was more for the drinking.
The first
competition.
one, yeah,
Yeah.
was I did 3 drinks, so I'm basically at 7.
You're at 7. Yeah.
And then I did the log again, so that's 8.
Yep.
And now I'm gonna do it again, so this will be 9.
Yeah. If you were one of the people who was capable of being poisoned, you would be unconscious right now.
Yeah, and I can't, so I'm gonna keep going.
That's the part that makes it hard is drinking, and then you have to buy the non-hangover tonic, and then drink some more.
So wait, what was the base start? I apologize. Cost.
So 30, I guess 30 for the other one.
It's 10 per drink, basically.
10 per drink, and you do a drink before each round.
Okay, so we'd be at 50 before we did second tries.
Yeah.
No, 8,
Well, 80 because
because you did 3 drinks
Gotcha.
on the first one.
Gotcha.
Sorry,
All right.
70.
70, then another one. Okay. Anyways, so what do you guys want to do? You want to keep going?
Yeah, I'm going
I'm gonna
again.
try. Yeah, I'm gonna try throwing that arrow instead of using the
Just
bow.
throw it.
Just throw it.
Go
Throw
for
his
it.
deck. Just throw it.
Is this just? I guess it's just a 20, and we'll.
He's still
Figure out-
raging.
I mean, technically, yeah.
It's 20 plus strength plus proficiency.
Oh
So,
my god, that's not gonna do it. I
so you
rolled a
tend to throw
3.
you tend to throw an arrow, and
So-
and you throw it, and it just like goes straight into the ground and snaps in half. And then you just watch immediately as Mitnir begins to rage.
Damn.
Got it! Nat 20 or
Lightning
27. Fuck
Nice.
that log.
You flip that log and you rage, and you watch as Orin does this. He definitely rips part of his pants.
I can't, they're magical.
Oh, he rips a part of his pants and then immediately sews itself back together.
Wait, so a 3 plus what? Like 12,
Okay, yeah.
Mitnir? Or like
Uh,
was that still 15?
Was it proficiency? Is that what
got
got added in?
Huh? You roll with proficiency and strength. Yeah.
Okay, so that would be 3 plus 8, 12. So
Yes, it's
7.
still
I
not
guess that'd be a
enough to hit it.
17.
Still not enough to hit it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's
try
so
and
crazy
wait,
that a
wait,
17
wait.
is a 3.
Wait, I can cast Bless. Oh, it's only for attack rolls and saving throws.
Still
Well,
attack roll,
yeah,
isn't
this is attack roll.
Yeah,
Who's
the
attack
bow
roll?
is technically attack
Yeah,
roll.
you get a D4.
Let's see if the 4 is a 4. It might make it. It's a 1, so it's an 18.
Well, you rolled a d6 though.
Oh,
Well, that
I
doesn't
did roll a
count.
6.
D4.
You're
yeah.
drunk. It's okay.
It's okay. I'm drunk.
Yeah, all right.
It's still a 1.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys want to do next? You gonna keep going? It's so close.
I
Looks
gotta
like
do the
Orange
arm
needs
wrestle.
to-
That one.
I just have to do the arm wrestle.
You still
All
have
right,
your
he's
strength.
down,
Well, you
he's
have all
like,
your advantage.
All
so-
right, he's like, all right, I've gauged you properly this time. Let's see if we can have a nice, fair fight.
We
They have
shall
so many
try.
barbs.
Bullies. Oh boy.
14.
Well, he rolled a 2.
Nice.
He says, "Whoops, I slipped."
Yep, that happened to me last time.
Yes, I believe somebody left some of their. And you look down, and there's actually like somebody got a little thick, and he slipped, literally slipped in there.
A little vomity.
Yeah.
Hello, Robo Baby.
I still won though.
All right. So you're the first. You actually won all 5 competitions.
Yep, that was my last one.
So
You
they
get the
check it off. They go, chick, chick, chick. Says, what? Do we have a winner? We have a winner! Amazing, incredible! Come and get your prize. And they walk over and they hand you a little fancy wooden box that says, "I am a drunk" on the box.
It's funny because it's not isn't possible.
You did it, guys. Good job.
All right. You want to open the box or?
I don't know if I want to open it here. Maybe I'll open it later.
Okay.
When you're not drunk.
More high fives.
I'm doing the log again.
Go, Rosie, go.
What?
Nice
God
to get
damn it, I
that
got a
log.
1 again!
This is
Rosie,
indoor sport.
Yeah, I
It's
think
not
meant
logs
to
are
be.
not
The bird.
for you. You're so good at it, though. You look so majestic. You're like
You're
some great
such a
warrior.
strong bird.
She's just like flapping her wings and it's not raising any higher.
Fine. I do the obstacle course again.
You're getting so drunk.
Oh, damn it, it's a 15. I'm tapped out today. Maybe tomorrow.
Bopsy's like really, really drunk. She's just like laying there on the ground and she's just like hiccuping.
I wanted to do good.
I owe 100 gold. So,
Are
We need
you
the
proud of me?
Oh, the
I
bird!
asked the big guy who I keep forgetting his name. I asked him
Rom.
drunkenly, "Are you proud of me?"
Oh, surprise, old bird.
I
You
was
held
like,
on so well. And then he just grabs one of the bottles. He goes, "Here you go, bird." And he like holds you like a baby. And it's like you immediately start sobering up just a little bit. All right,
I
so
need to get one of those.
you guys have fucked around for about an hour here, I would say, just getting plastered.
Yeah, let's go pet some animals.
Yeah,
Immediately you
okay.
remember to pet some animals. Um,
Doesn't anybody else have the enhanced ability? Because I'm like running out of
I've
magic.
I've got you. I have some. I've got yes.
we
I've
can
got
go get some
slots.
food that does it.
That's true.
I've got slots. You're fine.
Grim wouldn't eat it.
It was 500 gold a pop, but we can get it.
I've got you covered.
Okay, great. Because I only have level 6 and 7 spots left.
I've got 4 and 5, baby. Let's go.
I don't know why why don't I just no, that one I shouldn't retcon it. Because I used like 5 spell slots to turn us all into gaseous form, but I could have just cast Wind Walk,
Oh, yep.
which would have been just 1 spell slot.
Well. I think this is
Oh.
probably the last thing we're doing today, so.
Perhaps you remember you have the breath of encouragement that can give people inspiration.
I do.
Also, Grim, if you use my inspiration that I gave you and fail, you get to keep the inspiration dice.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
It's a feature I always forget.
Okay, let's do this. I mostly study sports, but I've seen animals. I've studied them.
I still have mine then, because the one I used it on failed.
There you go.
All right, I'll move my camera so I'm not sit up straight.
I guess I'll
All
use
right,
it
guys.
for the next thing. I don't
So you're moving on to fuck with the animal
Petting
petting?
zoo.
And this is this wisdom or intelligence?
Nature checks.
This one is nature checks.
So it's
Sure,
intelligence.
intelligence.
Okay. So one additional creature for each slot above. This is 5th level, so
Oh, so that'd be 5
3,
of us, right? 4 of us? 4 of us.
4 of us.
All right, so if you're using enhanced ability, since you're all drunk, you're all probably going to be dealing with like a flat roll.
Well, he's not
Don't we
drunk.
get our?
Not-
Don't we get
not
our?
great.
No, he'll get advantage. Yeah,
Don't we get our non-drunken potion at the
Yeah.
end?
they help a bit. They help a
But we're
bit.
still-
They stop you from being.
They were
They
supposed
basically
to, like,
do.
They're for the
They're not
average
a
class,
cure
right?
all. You're still
It's
pretty
fine.
drunk.
I have to cast it at 5th level anyway, so like let's try. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
How many are there here? How many animals?
There's 10.
Oh, gosh.
There's the petting zoo where there's like lots of different animals that you can pet. But the mystery petting zoo, you actually reach your hand into what appears to be a bag at each of the different ones, and it changes each time a person goes.
Okay.
And it's how
And
many
there's
they can
10 of
get
them.
correct. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go. Let's do it. Bag number
All right, hold on,
1.
but I need to get my sheets up, okay?
You have to get all 10 to win.
To win the grand prize, yeah.
Oh boy, this is not
It's
going to be
10
possible.
gold, 10 gold per attempt. Yeah.
Is it multiple choice?
That's so expensive.
Yeah, you just have to guess right. That's all it is. All right.
Based on a roll.
Based on a roll and your inferences based on the information I give you.
And is
You
there
guess-
any rules to speak of?
These are beasts only.
But is there any rules in terms of what is allowed and not allowed?
Don't hurt the animals.
Cool. Then Grim is going to cast Speak with Animals.
All right.
Hey, bud, what are you?
Exactly.
All right. So we go to the first one. Who's reaching into their bag first? Because it's different for every person.
That's right. I don't know. Whoever you guys want to do.
I'll go first if you want like a warm-up guy.
Go
It's all
for
going to
it.
be different every time, so there's no point in us doing it at the same time, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm going.
Okay. You stick your hand in the bag. Roll a nature check.
Oh my god, that was almost a 19, but it's an 11.
11. You feel something hard, like some sort of hard, sleek material. There's a little bit of ridging on it, and you can see that there's segmented joints as they touch into it. It doesn't seem like aggressive on the other side. It feels like sleek, almost like you're touching armor, like plate armor. And the way that it kind of moves and twitches incredibly fast. That is the information you glean. You can guess what it is, or so I say, any ideas? Any ideas?
It's one of those
I
times
have.
where I'm like, I wish I was as smart in this regard as my character.
Same. I have an
Mhm.
idea, but I don't know if it's a beast.
You can answer at the end of the thing if you would like. You can get them all in your head, or you can just write it down now. Probably better to just give me your answer now. If anybody else wants to put their hand in for the first bag, go ahead.
Mitnir will do it.
All right, put your hand in. Roll nature.
Oh, that's gonna be great. Oh, that's a nat 1.
Natural 1. You're fairly certain it's a dragon.
I got a 14 for
Write that
mine.
down. They're all going to be dragons from it.
Yeah, dragon.
You got a 14 for yours, babe?
Mhm.
Let me get to one of these real quick. 14. You feel fur. It is on a very muscular body. Something something that's slightly damp, but you can't tell. Maybe a little bit sticky, and then you feel like something like sandpaper run across your arm. Pull your hand back out.
Is there a size limit on these, by the way? Like,
no, the creatures that these can be, no.
that
There's
can
no
be,
size
like,
limit.
Any size.
Yeah, you're reaching into a bag that's letting you feel them. Okay, so does anybody have any guesses on what theirs were?
Dragon.
Okay, dragon. Well, that's one guess. Yes, correct. That is a guess. Not correct. That is the correct guess. But you did guess something. And we've written it down.
Grim rolled a 16 for his nature check for his first one.
16 for your first one. Did it already give you a description? No. No, I didn't.
No.
Did mine feel big or small, or can I?
Yours
tell?
felt probably about the size of like. I would say it's like medium size. Bigger than you would expect something that feels like this to be.
Mine's a cat that got into something sticky.
Right? That's what I was thinking. Sticky cat.
Hmm.
The legendary sticky cat.
Well, due to the rules, I have to give you correct.
Beautiful. I
Because
knew it.
you guessed the correct type of creature. It was in fact a panther.
Wet panther.
It was
Sticky.
cleaning itself. You touched it. Its tongue was the sandpaper, and
I
it
know
was licking
that.
itself,
Yeah,
and that's-
I know a cat
that's
tongue
right.
when I feel
That
one.
was the giveaway, yeah.
Yeah.
The Grim was a 16 for his first one.
You feel something small, fluffy. Hey, babe, you should be careful. We're seeing way down your shirt.
Sorry. My
Sorry,
cushion's
Twitch.
falling off. My bad.
The fluffy, small.
It's something fluffy and small. It's got long ears.
Oh, okay. I hope it's not as less easy than it's a bunny or a rabbit.
Oh, that's correct. It is, in fact, it was a little bunny rabbit in there.
Whew. It's like
All right. Who's
it's
next?
the only like really easy one.
So I'm gonna
Like-
guess that mine is like
Suspiciously easy.
a turtle or a tortoise. I don't know which one.
Incorrect. In fact, it was a giant dragonfly.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Didn't think those were armory.
Figured it was something insectoid, but like
You
Yeah.
felt something that was like a sleek armor. Like it wasn't like hard texture. It was like, it felt like plate mail. It felt like polished. Yeah, so chitin.
I was thinking
Just-
turtle shell, but
Yeah. So
Polystacchary.
that's why I gave you vague information about what it is. That's the whole
I
point.
think that the giveaway was the twitchingness, right? Like that it was like
So I will, like, as soon as you guys miss one, I'll say that that's the end of your run. And we move on to the next one. So SETI, you haven't missed one yet. You got yours technically correct, and same with, so you guys going for bag 2, go.
okay, let's go, Seti, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Go.
Oh,
19
Third-
for my second one.
13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You feel something rough, some sort of very rough hide. Feeling around on it, it's incredibly textured and dry. It almost feels like you're touching the bark of a tree, but more like mottled circles, not quite scales, but maybe something reptilian in nature. Feeling around, you do feel some sort of hard bone that is protruding from the surface of the flesh. That's quite long.
Like a horn?
Could be. You
Like,
can't, there's so much. There's so much of this thing. It's so big. Even when as you're feeling around in the bag, you can only feel so much of it.
That's only two things I can think of for that.
It's a dinosaur.
Can you be more specific?
More specific than a dinosaur.
Yes, you can take another feel.
Okay.
All right. What did you roll for yours again?
19.
Grim? 19? Well, you feel something with long, rough hair, sort of twisty horns. slobbery when you get around its mouth.
Oh. Horn twisty. Is this?
You feel like you could feel this in the dark and always know what it is because you've been dealing a lot with these lately.
Yeah, exactly. I know these. I'm really sorry for what I did to your friends. Please forgive me.
All right.
It's a goat.
So, did you have a specific guess on the thing? What'd you feel for the dinosaur?
Well, I'm looking for a tail.
Okay,
Or-
so you feel around for a tail, and you start moving, and you feel like the bag's like moving over the creature, and you finally feel something that may or may not be a tail. It feels short, like a little tuft at the end.
What was that?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Way wrong. Way wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry. It feels incredibly long, and then there's more spikes on it. I think. No, there's no spikes on it. No spikes.
Is it like a club at the end?
No club. It's just like a long
Long tail.
tail.
Okay.
Not even super long. God,
Well, I don't know anymore.
I don't
Well,
know
you-
anymore either.
Come on.
I'm
you should
trying to
know that
use-
one. Come on.
I mean, did you check if there's more than one horn?
It's
Wait.
not an ankylo. The spikes would be Stegosaurus if it had spikes at the end of the tail. Right?
Yeah.
Stegosaurus.
Or
they have horns,
though?
Mosasaurus, right?
It could
If
be
it had spikes.
it could be a trike. Now I need to feel the other end. Is there a big fan around its face? Or like a beak
As you
on
feel
the
other, make me an investigation check.
Alright. That's an 18.
Yeah, you can feel like it kind of like because it's so big, it's hard to tell, but there's a very definite back to its head that feels very wide and broad.
And like it's a triceratops of some kind. One of them.
Correct! Triceratops! Moving on to the next one. Hey guys, guess what? We're switching this to 5 instead of 10.
I was like, we'll be here for a while.
I was gonna go with the chubby
we could get
unicorn.
quite banal.
All right,
26 for my next one.
26. This is the strangest creature you feel like you've ever touched before.
Platypus. No, I'm just kidding.
It feels like a bird, but with like sleeked feathers that form into some sort of like soft down, but the sort of lithe body. And yet when you get up to its beak, where you would expect it to be something different based on everything else you feel this nice long beak, flared feathers coming up from the top of its eyes specifically. It's a very strange creature. You're not sure if you know what this is. Make me a nature check, just to identify the type of creature.
Well, me?
Yeah, because you feel the creature and you've got like a sense of what it looks like, but to even know what it is.
What did I roll? 23.
23? Oh, yeah. This is similar to a penguin, but it's called a king sport.
What a what?
King sport.
It's a king sport. Whatever the fuck that is.
Look it up in D&D Beyond.
I got a 17 for mine.
17 for yours?
Mhm.
Oh, he's an ugly little cute. Well,
How
really cute little
dare
dude.
you? He's full of character.
he's like
would
an
you roll
ogre
17?
penguin.
You feel very similar to what he feels. You feel something very sleek, but yet somewhat furry, almost like the sleekest, smoothest animal, like dog you could pet. And as you put your hand over it, kind of like undulates under it, like it's trying to get better pets. And you can feel it kind of like flubbery flopping around under your hand.
Does it have fur or feathers?
Neither. It doesn't. It feels like slicked skin, kind of maybe quasi furry, but more. It feels mostly like just like really sleek, quasi rubbery, quasi furry skin.
Is it trying to hold my hand? Can I hold its hand?
It doesn't have a hand, but when you try holding its hand, it kind of like touches you with something leathery and soft. Strangely, you can hear barking on the other side of it.
It's got like fins. Is that what I'm feeling?
Make me an intelligence check.
Natural one. Shit.
Who could tell?
Now in my head, there's a whole story behind this Kingsport that they freed him from his master, and now he's safe in the stew or
Alright.
whatever.
I'm just gonna go with a seal.
It is in fact a seal.
Okay. It's the barking.
Yeah.
What is a seal but a water dog?
Fun fact about a seal, they are actually furry.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I wanted to say that it was kind of like somewhere between fur and skin that you kind of feel like really short.
That's
They're
a
also
video
very
the
closely
other day.
related to bears,
Mhm.
apparently.
Someone went the opposite way on its
Yeah,
head, and it was all hair.
yeah, I guess poof.
Oh, interesting.
Gave him a mohawk.
I didn't realize that.
Apparently, they're closely.
Yeah,
Yeah, their
I didn't
closest
know that either.
common ancestor is with the bear. Like
Fun stuff.
very.
Because they're
All right.
always
So
wet.
you
like
both
dogs
passed
and
round.
dolphins.
Yeah.
You both passed round 4. Go, 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 go.
All right.
Yo,
Final round.
animal crackers in my soup.
17
Yeah,
again.
fuck it. 16, 17. All right. Here we go. Ready? On this page we have. Ooh. You feel something very strange, very
Which one of us?
you feel something ridged, almost like it has a spine, and yet it's very very sleek, scale like feeling. Sort of throws you off. You get like this strange reptilian sense, and yet this very ridge like spine going down its back. It's twisted around something that feels like maybe wood, hard to say, and it has horns around its head and seems to pull away from you slightly as you get around its head. There are very sharp, pointy horns on it. I don't know if Seti would know this, so you'll have to roll a nature check to even find out if you could identify what it is. What do you got?
Natural.
What did you roll on yours?
It's a 16. I might use my inspiration on this
You
one.
don't know what this is.
Yeah, I'm going to use an inspiration on that one. Yeah, so that puts it up to a 20.
20. You haven't heard anything about yours yet. Let's go to.
But you're saying her 6 nature check means she doesn't know what it is. My bad.
She doesn't know.
All right.
Yeah,
You
correct.
said I didn't know anything about it. I was like, oh, okay. I guess I need to roll inspiration.
You feel some sort of hard, warm plate. It's smooth with like the smallest bit of like texture to it.
Okay. And what kind of shape is it? Like when I run my hand along it?
Kind of bulbous, rounded, and maybe about the size of a football.
Well. Is that with or without the inspiration? Or does it?
That's just like the information that you can get on it. Like,
Oh, just from touching it.
Yeah, it's very warm though. All you know is that it's
warm.
It's very warm.
Smooth, round, armored thing.
Yep.
Okay, what would that be?
Kind of like you're touching a hot plate.
There's such a thing as like a lava turtle? I don't know. Is there such a thing as a lava turtle?
Make me another nature check to determine between turtle and insect.
Yeah. Well, it could be like a fire beetle.
Could be
Could be a
any
fire-
number
if
of things.
If it's a warm kind, I'll check for. Can I check and see if there's like a horn anywhere on it?
Yeah, go ahead. Make a investigation check.
That's gonna go poorly.
You
Oh wait, they're
see-
both intelligence.
You said they had spikes.
That
Double
was hers.
ones.
Double ones. I mean, you're feeling around and you're feeling spiky things, but you're not sure if there's a horn or just spikes or prongs or. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. You're kind of just confused.
but it's not
still-
huge. It's like it's the size of a football.
It's not the size of a football, yeah.
That sounds like
Maybe a
a
little bit
fire
bigger.
beetle. It's like a fire beetle.
All
I
right.
don't even know if those exist.
What are
in
your
there.
guys' final answer?
I'm
Mine
gonna guess fire beetle.
snake with horns.
Well,
Oh,
it is a
horny
serpent.
snake.
But that unfortunately is not enough for you to win our competition. You do not know enough about animals. That's a kaluki.
It's a kaluki. It sounds cool.
And that is in fact a giant fire beetle. Ah!
Yay! How do you spell kaluki? I want to see what it looks like.
Kaluki is a card game.
Where did I misspell it? Sorry, Jakuli. I'm dyslexic. Jakuli. Not Kaluki, Jakuli.
How do you spell it though?
With a C.
Sorry.
Jaculi. Oh, he's cute. How big is he? Oh, he's large. He's
Mhm.
a big boy.
I like him. He's cool.
I mean, he is a snake with horns, though.
Yeah, he's a snake with horns, but it's like this was to win the competition. The
I would
thing,
have no
you
idea.
didn't know what
thing was.
species it was. The
So we
first
got
one,
one
you just had to
more?
get his family. Then you had to. No, that's it. I'm
Sure.
gonna say that's it. I'm gonna say that's it.
That was
so they
just cool,
say,
wasn't it?
Grim Wayans!
I'm shortening the thing. So as he says, it says you did it. You got them all correct. We finally got
Well,
one.
I got lucky in that I found a bunny and a goat. So
You never know what you're going to find in our locations. So I
The weird
suppose
thing
luck
was
is
a little
also a
different.
skill. So they give you a box about this big, and it says, "I petted a thing."
There's a thing. I'm gonna like peek inside of it.
It appears to be a mask.
Ooh.
Oh, it's something I can wear tonight. This is great. You know what it is? Cleary, do you know what this is? Some kind of mask.
Let me go to my thing real quick. I just have too many pages open.
That's what Cleary's for. Regardless of anything else, he's the identifier guy.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I might have that stupid head somewhere in my bag. Not attuned to it though. Somebody has it. I might have it. We never got rid of it.
Yeah, so it looks like it's kind of like a feline kind of mask sculpted out of dark materials. It's not quite as colorful as the mask that you will see when you actually look this up, but it's just the mask of the beast.
Okay.
I might as well look in my box while they're doing their competition. My drunk box.
Oh yeah, it's an amulet, and on the amulet it says, "I participated in the Hammer Games, and all I got was this shitty amulet."
Nice.
It probably does some.
However,
Hey,
it
do
is
you
the
want
amulet
this
of
pretty
the
animal
drunkard.
mask? Ask Propsy if she wants that mask since it was her petting zoo thing.
So now I'm gonna be a drunken
I
master.
don't know
monk.
if you could call it my petting zoo because the guy who was running it literally told me I was a disgrace.
Rude.
No more
then
reason to give
then
the
you
mask.
definitely
Really pissed me
deserve
off.
the mask.
Like,
I
here you
Piss
know,
go.
him off.
it's a
You like,
nature check.
you like the animals more than I like, the plants more. Here,
Yeah.
you have a mask. You'll wear
Yes,
this at the thing. Grim can change his appearance.
You could also change the color of the mask if you want. I'll say
Right.
that's like you can make it look however you like, more or less, but it has to be a beast of some kind.
Yeah.
So it's a beast mask.
I think that's definitely a much more propsy thing than a Grim thing.
Yeah, so it's just going to be an animal mask. You can wear it to the masquerade tonight, and you can use it to cast Animal Friendship 3 times a day.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very propsy.
I'm definitely gonna be the drunken master monk now. With
Yes,
this
wait, what is
amulet.
The amulet of the drunkard.
Yeah, I get
What
to
does it
heal when I
do?
drink alcohol.
We
Really?
just pass that around, yeah.
Whenever you drink beer, ale, mead, or wine, you gain 4d4 plus 4 hit points.
Per pint.
Beautiful.
Oh, because it only does it one per day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna do it once per day.
Okay. It's still really cool. Free potion.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Free
shit.
greater heal.
Wait,
Yeah.
is that fire breathing stuff that Mitnir drinks? Is that alcohol?
No, that's a growth potion.
Yeah.
It's just a potion.
Yeah,
It
potion
was
of
in a
fire
keg.
breathing. That's in a keg. Yeah, it was a keg. It was a batch cook of.
Say, two birds and one stone, right?
All right, guys. So as you finish your next competition and win that one as well, you guys are tearing up the fairgrounds, and there's a bit of a rumor going around about the group of the interscholastic group of adventurers who are going around beating all of the fairground games.
The Blue Man Group.
Nobody's called you the Blue Man Group yet because you guys are all wearing all these different colors and stuff.
Yeah.
You just then you
I
register
think
more. as
when we
an
hear that, we should be just
interscholastic-
like, oh yeah, I heard the Blue Man Group's here.
Yeah, exactly.
No, now we
Spread the
start
rumor.
whispering new death. Like,
Yeah. All right. So, is there anything else you guys would like to do before the party tonight, or would you
Well, what
like
other
to?
schools are there? Are there any other games?
Every school's got a game. You guys have.
I did write
Or-
down the stalls last week in their group chat.
I will let Bropsy recap you if you would like.
Don't make
Oh,
me
that's
sound
right. That was
hurt.
after I.
Okay. Fair enough. Bropsy will inform you that El Chortle's academies has their scintillating scents place where you can get a bunch of different perfumes and things. Silverwind has the
some of
Hammer
us have
Games, which
done.
you've already done. There's the Monolith of Inveruna. There's the Kooky Candy Shop of Feywild's Teachings. Necrom Academy's got the Maid of Macabre, which is a maid cafe where you can get like a nice sit-down meal. And who knows? There hasn't been a whole bunch of specific information coming to you guys about the Maid of Macabre, except for it's seeing a lot of traffic. Blackstaff's the Quiet Corner. Has nobody's really said anything about the Quiet Corner.
Because it's okay.
Dip into the dark. Art on demand from the University of Phoenix, where they will make you an art out of any material you ask.
Don't
Out of
tempt.
any medium.
Don't.
Neverwinter Academy Petting Zoo of Mystery, which you guys have done. Taste of the Heavens, which you guys now know has a 10,000 gold golden apple, which is a steal for a golden apple, I will have you know. Risen Mind of Ystrandi has the mind. You have to
The
ask.
massaging.
Mind and Body Massage Parlor.
So, are any
I
of
want
these
this so bad right
games
And Prime
we-
Thought has the Sock'em Bop'em.
Yeah, I was thinking
Modron.
that might be fun. Like,
Okay, yes. Let's go fuck up some Modron.
I think it would be fun to sock and bop some robots.
Mitnir's definitely buying a golden apple while inebriated.
All right, so you go to buy a golden apple. They're like, "Oh, you are in the business of looking for golden apples." I see.
Yes.
Well, do any of these golden apples call to you? I need you to roll a D100. This is a divine intervention check.
No
No
pressure.
No
You're gonna get a
pressure.
god apple.
D100. That's a 10.
Okay,
That's a success.
so which stat would you like to have +2 to?
I told you.
I mean,
This is +2 permanent stat boost from this, and it can go over 20.
I was gonna say, do I just go balls to the wall and get more strength?
Why
Well-
not?
Or
That's
con.
Or con.
Do they call to any of the rest of them?
I mean, it's 10 grand a pop.
Yeah, I
10
can do
grand
that.
above.
That's
It's
easy.
random unless it's random which one you get, but because he rolled below his level on his divine inspiration check, his divine invention check, he's going to get the one he wants. Otherwise, it's random.
Yeah.
No,
So
okay, go for it.
Getting to choose is like 100,000 gold. That's worth 100,000 gold.
Actually-
No joke. +2 to a stat, +2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, I'll have to think about it, but it's probably strength or con at this point. But that's
Alright.
I'll have to think about it.
I'll give him 1,000 platinum for an apple.
All
right.
right.
Roll a D100 first of all, because you
Yep.
get to choose if you roll below your level.
Good luck, Grim. 23.
23. Still a really good roll. But unfortunately, you will have to roll the dreaded D6.
It's okay. That's okay. Maybe I'll be less ugly. Ready, aim, fire. A 2.
2. So you're going to get +2 dexterity.
You know what? It's one of my low stats, and it's a useful. Oh, I accidentally rolled it rather than changed it.
And it gives you AC. So
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't nothing wrong with dex.
AC.
I don't know if
Tom
I
would
want.
That's
Do I
plus
want
one
to do
initiative
that
and
too?
plus one AC.
Look how
you guys are
fast I am
spending
now.
all your money before the auction tomorrow night too.
Yeah, maybe we should wait.
I have a question though. Are they like immediately eating it to know what it is, or do they get told what it is before they eat it?
They're not being told what it is. It is an
Okay.
apple. They say these are apples of enlightenment. Sometimes they give you great knowledge or great strength, but they bring you to the next level.
Mitnir's
Can I
response for
modify
idiot.
it?
I don't feel any lighter.
In fact, there are a variety of different effects these apples can have. I know that one such individual fed it to a fallen friend and actually brought them back from the dead.
Man, I could do that for a lot cheaper than 10,000.
Yeah.
It's true. But I mentioned this friend was dead for 5 years.
You
That's
did not
not-
wait. You did not mention that. No. How long is it going to be for me? 10 days. That's a lot better. Way better.
In the interim, I thank you for your patronage, and the High Realm Academy thanks you for the points added to our school.
We just gave them a ton of points, didn't we? Shoot.
High Realm Academy is going for selling golden apples. They're like, we're gonna win.
We're gonna win these god apples, yeah.
Wait, how much platinum is it to a golden apple?
1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, I don't have that.
It's 10,000 gold.
And I'll make more
I'm gonna
with
hang
our
on to
next
mine for
batch of
now,
sales.
but I might come back later.
If you buy nothing in the auction, you can always get an apple.
Yes.
We still have 84 units remaining to sell, so I think we'll be okay.
Of sooth
Food
salts?
salts. Yeah, I have 84 more.
That's still a lot of gold.
We've already made 7250. Oh no, wait, we've that cost us 7250 initially. We've made almost 9,000 gold pieces.
I do think SETI will blow a bunch of money at the candy shops.
Take me to the candy shop.
Wait, do we have? Is ours the candy shop?
Feywild, yeah.
Yeah, Feywild Teaching is the candy shop.
And they have like regular candy and not
They have
regular
regular
candy.
candy and they have adult candy. They have candy that is in reach of children, and then they have candy that you must go to the back room 18 years of older to enter.
You know what?
Hey, these
I'm
guys
gonna,
are like responsible drug dealers, right? Like they're
I'm gonna
at
buy
least
an
they're-
apple. Fuck it.
You're gonna buy an apple?
Hey, let's go.
Alright.
Absolutely. I think it's.
I'm gonna do it.
I feel like
So
if
you
you
can
can
always
an apple,
come
buy
back.
an apple.
Yeah,
Besides,
you can only
supporting
ever
your
eat
school
one.
to win anyway,
You can
right?
only ever eat one. You can't eat another apple.
No,
Like-
I'll just do the one. Oh, that's I don't know. 58.
58. Well, you're rolling that D6, my dude.
Yeah.
Now, do we know what it is before we eat it?
Mm-mm.
No.
One.
That's what I was asking. You don't know.
One. That's strength, my dude.
There you go.
Right. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
He goes back and starts tossing logs. Wah!
I'm
Wah!
totally fine with anything that's not
on that one,
charisma,
so.
right? Would have been fine.
Goodbye, 10,000 gold.
Well, I mean, we all just got what 13,000 from the diamonds stuff. Yeah, like why not, right? What do we spend our money on anyway?
Who knows? Maybe nothing important will show up in the auction tomorrow.
Well, I mean,
Come back.
maybe Jestrin can sell some stuff while maybe you know what? Maybe I can broker it
You
with
just call Destro and say, "Get back on the roads. You need to sell right now."
Well, I mean, or would Feywild? Would they sell it for me?
You might be able to strike a deal with them.
I'm gonna go back there and ask them.
All right. I'll say that can happen before the masquerade. Sure.
Like, hey, while we're here,
Is
you know,
anybody doing anything else at the fairgrounds? In the remaining hour before you have to.
Just hanging out with my buds.
Yeah, I think we need to sober up a little bit more
I-
before the ball.
Let's go sober up in the.
Should we
the-
go make an
the
attempt to open the
quiet
crystal?
or the maid.
Oh, I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's the,
Do what?
Didn't Clary say to not mess with that?
No,
I'm
he
drunk.
didn't.
Mhm.
He didn't say not to mess with it. He said mess with it at your leisure. Basically, he was like, I don't know if we should mess with it or leave it alone. I'm gonna go
Daddy
talk to the
said
council
don't
about
mess
it.
with it.
Steady said don't mess with it.
Whatever it is in there is probably
Oh.
liquorous. It's fine.
Speaking of which, Clary's like, oh my god, I forgot to talk to the council. God, I'm drunk. And he runs off.
Well, okay, bye.
I
He
think we
says,
should.
I will see you tonight. I might be a bit late, but I will see you tonight.
We'll mess with that thing tomorrow when we have more time.
We got
Yeah.
We don't have time. We have an hour. Once we start with that thing.
Yeah, don't you guys need to get some clothes?
Clothes.
You're supposed to dress up fancy and wear like a mask.
And then you watch Celeste walks up and she's got like some nectar and ambrosia and she's like just eating those. She's like, oh well, you know, I think it's very important that you at least get a mask for a masquerade. They'll give you some at the door as you enter, but they're so pedestrian and they don't really show any flair. Especially our school. Our school is well known for our showing up at the social gathering on night one.
Seti like strikes a
You got a
pose.
mask guy? You got a mask guy?
Do we
Wait,
have
this-
like a whole wardrobe guy?
Does Celeste have a mask? Does she have like a really fancy mask?
She doesn't have one on right now, but she's like, "Oh, would you like to see mine?"
I'd love to see her mask. Yeah.
Very well. And then you watch as Celeste reaches down into her bag and she pulls out what appears to be a mask made out of solid gold, but with like the face part itself seems to like drop down into something that's pearly white. So like the pearly white face part, and then like the mask part's all gold. And then it comes up on either side of her head and like twists into like the sides of like almost like wings of Nike, kind of like sort of like fleur-de-lis, like
Whooshes?
feathered. Yeah, coming off the top of the mask. And so the bottom half is white and the top half is gold, and you got these like sort of angel wing fleur-de-lis.
Yeah, I think if like, do you mind if I try something? I promise it won't destroy your mask. I just, I think it would be fun to try. You'll still have a mask.
This individual? Sorry, we haven't actually properly met.
Oh, you probably shouldn't trust
This
Grim,
is our friend
this one
Grim.
won't be bad.
He's not much of a liar, so...
Well, very well. If he's your friend, then I suppose I will suffer him, as we are acquaintances.
Right, I'm going to uncork one of my bottles of Vague Spore and touch a Vague Spore to her mask.
Okay. Your mask changes materials.
Your
mask. The Vague Spore changes materials.
No, it doesn't turn into a mask though.
I will say you can make an Arcana check if you would like to weave it into mask shape following that.
Let's
you
try
have to coax it.
Has it been an hour yet? No, probably.
This would be like using your druidic powers to guide its growth.
Well, it's a natural 20.
Okay, so you watch as he does this,
baby.
and it becomes sort of pearlescent white, and then it keeps spreading and growing as it does, and the mushroom begins to shape itself, and it becomes like a quasi half, 3/4 mask that sits over his face, but then it keeps growing and growing, and to the point where you pick it up and you put it on, like it twists out, and it's made out of what appears to be golden mushrooms.
There we go. That was the goal.
A golden mushroom seems to be like spreading around like the top of his head like a crown, and then as it comes down into the face just looks like it's made out of mycelium, but like this sort of pearlescent like mushroom stalk that comes onto his face, and it becomes like jagged and crooked and grows off into like little weird, not capped but like growing baby mushrooms that just sort of grow out like the sort of strange beard.
Like a little golden beard, yeah, pearlescent beard.
Yeah,
thanks. That's exactly what Grim wanted. Perfect, thank you.
She goes, "Oh, that's a neat trick."
Yeah, these are very, very, very rare. You can't have one. Sorry.
Should we dress to match then, dear acquaintance Suffered Grim? And he's like, he just walks away.
He's got what he needs.
It's like, well, fair enough.
He does that sometimes.
Like, no, I'm good. Bye.
It's funny.
Can't hear him.
We can't.
It's all right.
Here we go. Okay, sorry. The one earbud I had died.
Oh, gotcha.
She
was like, "Should we just to match then, dear acquaintance Suffered?"
Grim does not have fancy clothes. I can wear the mask though.
It's fair enough. We're not from the same school, anyways.
Yeah,
but I will see you out there, and I'm sure to
mushroom.
recognize you, and you me, of course. Well,
Seti does a little twirl, and as she turns back around, her disguised self shimmers and has changed, and she's got a big like golden faceplate, like sort of anonymized, but like it's mesh, so she can see through. Like you get hints of little like eye shapes, and then like a series of wings kind of fanning out from it, like framing, and then a nice gold sparkly dress that's got the shimmering starlight kind of but gold, and then like a set of 3 sets of wings on her back that are like also like mimicking the mask shape, that are like white with gold tips feathers.
Nice.
What extra?
Yeah, super extra.
Like I said, High Realm Academy shows up. Well done.
Hell yeah, we do.
Grim will disguise itself and just turn into a giant grow a bunch of
Giant mushroom?
monstrous-looking mushrooms all over himself.
She looks at like this sort of like starlight sort of because you can see like the chest right and like the back where the new tattoos are.
No, the
But they're like-
tattoo would be covered up.
Okay, never.
Yeah, the wings would be masking it.
She's like, I like it quite a bit. Well, I will see the rest of you tonight. Dressed to impress. She turns off and goes her own
Looks
way.
to Orin,
Bye.
goes, "Do you have dress clothes?"
No. Then they just set the bar real high.
Well, you got
Yeah,
an
you're
hour,
not gonna
boys.
get a better
Yeah, we take
mask
off
than
running
me.
looking for a shop to get fancy.
As we're running, I'm calling, what's his face? Where is it? I was gonna say Caldwell, but that ain't it.
No, I'll probably wear my
Cornwall. It's Cornwall.
robes, my Feywild robes over my, with my mask. Then they're really gonna think Grimm's the Mushroom King.
Yeah, do it.
I'm just gonna call Cornwall as we're running away, be like, come on, pick up, pick up, pick up.
Pretty sure Mora is gonna shit a brick.
Cornwall goes, yeah, what's up, Grim? I'm getting ready.
No,
Not
I'm
Grim,
calling.
Orin. What's up, Warren? I'm getting ready.
I need something to wear to this event. Me and Midnir, we need something to wear. You know a place?
Right now?
Now,
This
yes.
You are such a procrastinator.
We've been busy winning
Head
games.
to the halls of nacency. I can probably whip you guys something up as long as it's clockwork.
Clockwork. I mean, I could do clockwork, I guess. I don't know. Yep. All right. See you there.
All right, so you guys begin running down that way. And as you all head off to get your accoutrement for the masquerade ball, we will end our session there for tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And hopefully next week we will see some good action, maybe even some romance. Who knows?
Oh.
My
Who
gosh,
knows what
is
could
Grim
happen?
gonna find love?
Yeah. Will the Mushroom Queen arrive?
Romancing the shroom.
Yes.
Title
Oh,
of
thank
your
you
sex
so much
tape?
for those biddies. It's so good to see you. Please take care. Have a great night, weekend, Friday, life.
And all of those things. In the
Why was that
meantime,
little
we
heart?
love you. And remember, we did it for
We
you.
did it
did
for
it
the
for the
girls.
Good night.